Stop jinxing it, asshole. I don't want to get struck.
Come on, John. I'm over here. You missed me.
Shut up, you asshole.
Yeah.
LGBTQ plus.
Woo-hoo!
Mental illness can literally drive you crazy.
Goal! The Cram, man, Cram. Yes, I was picking a guy up on the airplane.
You know what? I miss penis.
Fuck you, you talentless fuck. Shut the fuck up, asswipe, and suck my cock.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
You're a cancer.
The one who should apologize.
Discount dickhead.
You gotta love Vinny Carlino.
I can't get enough dicks in my butt.
Because he's dumb. He's stupid, and he's never going to amount to shit.
What a dick. Maybe it was a faulty Google Chrome.
Let's see that dick.
Too much bad cum. Have a vagina.
Jesus Christ.
Phantom Enigma.
Why Why is everyone so fucking stupid?
This sucks more than anything that has ever sucked before.
Chirp.
Point Dabble Point. A Stammering John Melendez roundtable discussion.
Welcome to Point Dabble Point, a weekly discussion where we get caught up on This Week in Stammering John, pretend Adam Bush didn't answer the question, and brag about swapping spit. I'm Carl from This Little Piggy. With me this week from the Uncle Rico Show and the Shuli Network, Shuli Agar.
Dr. Steve, you got some splaining to do. Right, Willis?
Hello, Carl. Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Also, the man who's currently being sued by Spuddy Dip Buddy.
Ooh.
It's Cardiff Electric. What's up, Cardiff? Oh, no, he's muted.
God damn it.
Why do you tell him?
Hello, Carl.
Hey, what's happening, buddy?
Hey, Shuli.
Hey, pal.
You familiar with Spuddy Buddy?
I am not. Who's
He's the mascot of Idaho, the great state of Idaho.
Of course. I'm a Minnesota potato, Carl. Come on.
He's a very cute potato. I think that the Idaho potatoes are better looking, if I had to be honest with you. Guys, if you want to support this show, we would very much appreciate that. You can participate as well by going over to supertip.gg/WATP. You know, Shuli, there are people who still haven't tried out the super tip system. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, ridiculous, Carl.
It's wild.
That's
Wild.
losers.
Seriously, pop your cherry. Get it done tonight. Supertip.gg/WTP. Become the star of the show. We do have Adam Bush joining us in a little bit, who's the star of the week in the Dabbleverse. A lot to discuss with him. But first, I want to talk about strikes. Are we getting struck some more?
Who's we, white man? I see you sitting
Listen,
just pretty
me and Shuli are over here in Strike Island.
Yeah, man.
He throws a life preserver.
I know.
Yeah.
Listen, that's why we're here on my channel, so we can talk about John. You're welcome.
Yeah,
Safe
no,
haven over here.
Yeah, we're safe
It's the thing to do, I guess, now in the Dabbleverse if you're part of the SJ Army, and it's bullshit. But at this point, every strike is only hurting him. It ain't hurting us.
Well, talk to me. What's the most recent? What happened?
Last night, we got struck in the middle of the show about an hour.
I think you're about an hour in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about an hour in. We didn't start the package yet, but we got struck, and we did the rest of the night on Rumble. And thank you to everybody who followed us over to Rumble. Thank you to everybody who jumped on Super Tip to help support. That's one of the many great things about Super Tip is when someone is hounding your channel with frivolous strikes after frivolous strikes, to be able to still be supported by the audience, that wouldn't happen without Super Tip. So shout out to Super Tip. And yeah, we did the rest of the show there. Strike's gone. So,
Strike's already gone.
Yep.
How the fuck is the system not flagging this? I realize YouTube is a big ecosystem.
Yeah.
This is getting insane now. What do you have, like 25 strikes in the last few months?
Yeah. Since mid-November, we're over 20. It's crazy, man. He's hit us 3 times in one shot, like 3 different times. He's done.
And
that.
so when you get the strike last night, is it for the current show you're doing or just a past show?
No, current show.
Current show
that we're doing. Yeah.
And that's all it takes. YouTube just goes, okay, and they just take it down.
Yeah, it's so stupid. It's like there's 2 different hands washing dishes in one pot, right? But the hands belong to 2 different people. It's not your hands, right? So the DMCA is different from YouTube. DMCA has to honor the strikes, but YouTube can, if they find that it's not legitimate, can take the strike away. So it's almost like, they have to acknowledge the strike.
Okay.
But we've had it where we've been up in 5 minutes. So I don't know the rhyme or reason to it. I don't know why it's different sometimes. Some days we're back on faster than others, but it's the shit we're dealing with, man. And thankfully we got a great community that's supporting us through this. And it'll come to a stop soon.
Again, John's reaction, overreaction, everything is going to be his biggest downfall.
You're right. The overreaction leads to horrifically bad decisions on his part, and He's done that his entire life, and he's continuing to do it now. If he's smart, he would stop. He would stop striking. But,
Well,
you know, there goes that argument.
equation for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that's going.
Yeah.
Well,
A plus 1 minus 7 equals 4. That's
so
what John.
I did an emergency episode on this channel yesterday afternoon, and I want to play this clip. I played this yesterday. We're not going to just do a rerun, but
Careful.
because because we're talking about the transformative content that you're creating, and the fact that you're getting these copyright strikes, and of course because of the fair use clause, they are
Carl's
not
finally going to
copyright-
play a video of John's kid.
They're
Yes.
not copyright violations.
The wedding video. Let's go.
I want to try to figure out why the fuck John thinks that you're violating his copyright, but he has no problem watching the Howard Stern show.
You can barely talk, right?
You know, I switched sides in my bed and I sleep in a draft now.
Food makes him happy.
By the way, what is Gary wearing?
So I had that sped up 3x speed, so you could see that John's not transforming the content. He's just watching the show from Howard Stern.
5 minutes worth.
Yeah, I mean, this went on and on. He just watched the show and added nothing except for, wow, what's Gary wearing?
Yeah, but Howard Stern's public domain, right?
No.
Howard Stern's like, happy birthday, Carl. Anyone
No.
can say it.
Actually, I don't think.
Carl,
happy
it's
birthday
not
is
like
either.
you've ever gotten hit with anything from Howard, right?
Howard has, yeah. Sirius XM. has hit
Oh,
me.
he has.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And then I have to get it cleared, and we do because it is fair use, and so we're allowed to play clips. But yeah, I've got hit by Netflix and Sirius XM, and then we clear it and we move on.
Let me text Gary and ask him what he was wearing during that episode. Maybe he'll get back to me.
Yeah, what a dynamite joke. As if
Yeah.
Who's there to riff with you there, John? Hey, what's Gary wearing? I don't know. Who's going to chime in? You got someone else there? So
he's
he does
waiting
this
for a
shit.
text from Vegas Beer Sales Jerry.
Right, yeah, that's what he's waiting
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
So he does this shit where he just plays the Howard Stern show, and then someone calls him out for it later. Listen to his response. It says, "Uh-oh, playing copyright content, John, illegal. This is the exact thing that John's claiming is against his rights, so he has to strike people."
Yawn.
Yawn. It's yawn, you fucking marble mouth idiot.
There's only one R.
Yeah.
How the fuck does he justify going around striking people and then just playing copyrighted and his little, sweepers too that stick up for him and tell him he's doing everything right? It's wild.
Almost like he's retarded, Carl.
Yeah, it's almost like he's a retard.
Almost.
You're giving him a pass though, Cardiff. He knows what he's doing here. He's known about fair use for a long time. We've talked about it. Royce had to explain it to him first.
I mean, he's done episodes explaining how he learned about it.
Yes, many
Like he's
times.
He sure has. Documented.
Yeah, I'm sure Frog has them all. I'm sure he has all the clips.
Oh, yes, we do.
So I don't know how he's gotten to this place now where maybe someone is advising him that this is a good thing for him to do to get on the offensive.
Let me tell you what's going on in his life, okay? Everyone, as far as family, is out of his life.
Mhm.
The only person that gives a shit about him is his mom, and she's been begging him to go to rehab since Christmas time.
Yeah.
His family now consists of his brother-in-law, Beer Sales Jerry, and Ava. That's who he's left
Ditka,
with.
yeah, don't forget Ditka.
But Ditka could be another person that we all know.
Ditka is Dustin, by the way. Spoiler
Okay.
alert, everybody.
Okay.
So this is all they have is each other. And the great thing about it is this will all fall apart like every relationship John has.
Mhm.
I know for a fact that John is tired of Ava bossing him around. He's pissed that Ava
That's
kept
getting to
bringing Adam Bush on.
Yeah.
And he knows how embarrassed and humiliated he was after that. And the fact that she keeps asking him to bring Kumia on.
Mhm.
This is a person who all they wanted is attention in the Dabbleverse. They've gone from show to show to show to get it. And now this person has attention and they're running around crying about it. This is what you wanted. You wanted everybody to know you in the Dabbleverse, so you linked up with John, and now everybody knows you. Now, you can't be mad at how people react to that. That's their choice. So these two, it's going to blow up, and it's going to blow up real bad, and I can't wait.
I have a theory that Ava will regret this era of sweeping for John and going after people and being a cry bully, because it's a bad look. Even if Ava's playing a character and none of this is real, and this is really just she's studying for psychiatry or something. She's studying narcissistic personality disorder. It's still it's coming off so poorly that Ava will not recover from this. It's the Rob Saul effect.
Yeah, I think if I was in her position and people were reacting to me that way, I'd make up I'm playing a character too. I would try and distance myself from that.
Well, it's not genuine. I mean, Ava was on our shows talking about John and then did a full 180. So it's none of it's real.
A 360, Carl.
All right. So
are you considering that one day there might be an Avaverse?
I believe there's an Ava subreddit now.
Is there really?
I think I saw a link today.
Oh shit!
I know. So it's begun. That's how these things.
Well,
that's how these begin.
Careful what you put up there. She's sensy. So
she sure is.
Yeah, she likes to play and sling and call people cocksuckers and everything. But
now she makes money every time you say her dead name, which is awesome. That's a good business model right there.
Wow, that's cool.
If you talk about my club foot or my crooked teeth, I make bank. Set that up with the state.
Come on, anti-Semitic remarks. Come on.
No one cares about that. Nobody for that.
Damn it.
We gave you a country. What the fuck else you want?
We gave you a thanks. Thanks for the help. Appreciate it.
All right. So this is great because here's an example of the tension that's been growing between John and Ava. And Ava's trying so hard to be a good soldier. And it's very difficult with John because, speaking of Sensi, John gets very upset about this.
I think the reason I'm suggesting it is because you came into it like hoping that you guys can get somewhere with it, and everyone's judging it based on like just the attacks he did on you. But I'm saying if you go out, if you do it again, then you could just attack him too. Like you weren't trying to attack him, and so I just feel like it makes it look like everyone's saying that you got like trampled by him, but it was like because you were trying to actually get somewhere with it. And he was in attack mode, so I'm saying, why don't you attack him?
But who's everyone?
Just the I don't know. Actually,
define everyone.
This is great because this is talking about how everyone who watched John and Adam knows that Adam destroyed John in that back and forth they had. And so I was explaining, like, do it again. You could do a better job. I swear, you just need a better strategy and a game plan. And John's whole thing is like, everyone thinks I won that debate. What do you mean?
Well,
so mad.
It's twofold. In code, what she's saying is, go be stupid again. Go get fucking owned again by this guy. And the best is if you look at his face when she says the word, what was it?
Everyone?
Trampled?
Oh,
no.
trampled.
Yeah. If you look at his face, as soon as she says that, he's like, he gets pissed.
This is great.
And so I just feel like it makes it look like everyone's saying that you got like trampled by him, but it was like because you were trying to actually get somewhere with it, and he was in attack mode. So I'm saying, why don't you attack him?
But who's everyone?
Just the I don't know. Actually, that's a good question.
Who's everyone, really?
I don't know.
That's why you sound silly to me. Like, who's everyone?
This is when I think you're an actual broad because you're stupid.
I'll answer the question, John. Everyone is every single comment under your original video, every single comment under Doom's video, under Stalin 19's video, over anything that was clipped and put in the subreddits. Everyone agreed.
Has Whitney Cummings not taught you anything, Carl? Those are bots.
Those are bots, right?
Those are bots.
But also,
John's fans have a life and family. They don't have time to be commenting on videos.
Yes.
If you did so great, John, why would Ava be wanting you to go back and do it again?
Yeah.
And she even tried to frame it as a positive. Like, oh, John, we know you had a different mission. We know you were trying to get somewhere with this guy. That's the only reason why, you gave the illusion that Adam beat you. But no,
Yeah,
John
you were
did not.
you were almost there, John. Almost.
John didn't hear any of that.
No, he didn't hear any of that. The conversation goes on, and John cannot let go of the fact that Ava said everyone, and there's a huge reveal.
Dabble?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Listen to this reveal coming up.
Yep.
And again, everyone is a silly thing to say. Everyone. Who's everyone? What, the entire population of the world?
Got her. Good one, John.
I'm
literal Johnny. You're right. Not every single person who's ever existed in the world. Good point.
How did you collect the objective data?
You're right.
Welcome to the everyone verse, everybody. Let's start it up. Let's
I want to
go.
put that side by side with the Chrissy Mayer interview. Like,
yeah,
I think it'll line up pretty tight.
I'm
Dark
just
side
saying
of the
everyone
moon.
because when we talked about it, you were like, everyone's trying to say that he beat me.
Oh, he hates this. I'm
Yes.
saying that because when we talked about it behind the scenes and we were describing what the narrative should be between us before we started the show, could you imagine having a conversation, Shuli, where I'm like, all right, here's what we're going to say about John today. We're going to say he's stupid. He doesn't have OCD and his feet stink. And you're like, I don't know. I talked to Frog. He's thinking that the talking points need to be this, this, and this.
Yeah.
Like,
We're putting
okay.
a pot of coffee on, Carl. We're going to figure this
Let's
out.
have a
me and the
conference call,
boys.
then.
But I think the other thing is like, so John, after something like this, calls his circuit, right?
Yep.
And it's to make sure that they buy into the bullshit that he's about to spin.
Right.
So this is like a test. The call is a test run of what he's going to be saying on the air, and everything they say to him in that conversation, he adds to that and brings it. So these are like his focus group. You know?
Yes. So his sounding board. So yeah, here's a couple things I was thinking, and then what do you think, Vegas Beer Sales Jerry? What should I say about this? And
Yeah.
Ava chimes in. Well, you weren't even trying to win that debate. You know, you were just being kind and friendly to the guy.
Yep.
I'm just saying everyone because when we talked about it, you were like, everyone's trying to say that he beat me, and so that's why I said that.
No, I never said everyone because a lot of people said, that I was.
This is John's, my favorite new tell from John, the lie tell. As we know, John is not a stutterer. John's a stammerer when he's nervous, as Adam pointed out. But boy, did that piss him off. But
My
you can tell.
favorite new. I was just gonna say my favorite new Ava move is when she lowers her voice to talk as John.
Yeah, which one's talking?
Yeah.
John looks more like a woman than Ava does, side by side.
Yeah, John looks like someone's auntie.
Right. Back when he had the pretty hair thing going.
Uh-huh.
All right, this is great.
I said that.
No, I never said everyone because a lot of people said, that I was.
A lot of people said that. He can't even get the lie out. I mean, it might be true, the thing that he said many years ago.
I don't lie. I don't like to lie.
He doesn't like to lie. He can't bring himself to do it. A lot of people, all he has to say is a lot of people thought that I won that debate. Listen to how he says it.
No, I never said everyone because a lot of people said, that I was, I beat him. But there was no beating. It wasn't a debate.
No, it was not a debate. A debate would be like one guy makes a good point, another guy makes a good point, a little back and forth.
Right.
This was not a debate.
Yeah, it also wasn't a debate because one guy was there to debate and the other one was on a mission, apparently, to do something else.
Right.
Not debate.
One more clip that I played from yesterday, because this is just a great example of Ava. And I think this shows how phony this is. But Ava's saying all the things to keep John engaged and thinking that they're allies. And this is retarded.
I think John would be a great husband, and I think John's a great father. And if he had a new family, he'd be great at it.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
I mean, that's an insane thing to say.
Is that video on John's Tinder profile? Here's a
Here's a trans person saying I'd be a great dad and husband.
Yeah, the guy who posted a picture on social media, a selfie from the bathroom with a log of shit still in the toilet behind him. That guy's going to make a great father? Got it.
It's actually the best thing he's done to show he'd be a good father.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if anybody knows good parenting, it's Ava, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, obviously a product of such thing. Supertip.gg/WATP. This week, all proceeds go to me.
Nice.
So we appreciate that. Carrie coming in.
He's like, fuck
I
that
have
in
it
their
on good authority that Oscar Melendez Turner is a black cock sucking factory up at Harvard. You see, Oscar Melendez Turner is a faggot.
See, that's the word on the street in the ghettos I infest.
That's very offensive. He doesn't use Melendez at all anymore. It's not abbreviated. Silence do good. I just want to say that I was all over Adam's bush before it was in vogue. I have the receipts. Tips Fedora. You. All right, you win, Silence Do Good. You win the Adam Bush Hipster Award. Stevie D 64.
If John calls everyone a pussy boy, we must now refer to Ava as penis girl. John, I heard you killed the cats because they changed their last names to Turner as well.
It's a mass exodus.
They deserved it then. STDJ, disgusting John, lumpy goiter Eugene guy.
I just want to say it once more. Fuck you, Stammering John. I know it's tempting, but please, everyone, stop super chatting STDJ.
Thank you.
A lot of people are upset that John's making a living from getting insulted again. H for Heretic.
Happy MLK Day, everyone. 4 more, and we could have had the whole week off.
Come on.
We haven't heard that one before.
They took my opening joke.
Titan 47.
The emergency show. Jen's clip. John's definition, see the definition, Keanu. See the definition, can you see? It just proves an excessive amount of jerking off with his right hand to no avail. But I digress.
Good eyes.
CP.
I am the king of the Dabbleverse. Your time's over, potato.
It's true.
Fuck you, Adam Bush. Face me. Come and face me on this show. Son of a bitch.
CP.
Subscribe to my Patreon. Holy moly.
I hear there's some spicy stuff on that Patreon once over with Kaylee. Florida 49er fan. The whole striking bullshit is getting old fast. I hate STDJ. My girlfriend hates him. And even our dog hates him. Dogs can't hate.
Animals can sense.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, striking is lame.
He's got animal blood on his hands. They can smell that shit.
Mm-hmm. Disgusting, glumpy goiter Eugene guy.
As I said, I have to go to rehab. I said, no.
Yeah, there's a funny Photoshop of John singing at the Tonight Show 10th anniversary. And it was, what's her name?
Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse, thank you. Silence do good.
John's real tits, though.
Yes, those were John's tits. Ava doesn't understand that Marla Singer only worked because Helena Bonham Carter is hot. It ain't for you, brother. God damn, I don't know any of these references.
Bonham?
Helena Bonham Carter?
Yeah, that's better.
Thank you.
You're also getting called out earlier for reading an emoji.
Okay. I believe you.
Wow. That one hurt.
Hey, shitware, how can 2 people wash 1 pot? Dumb fuck. I'll wait.
There's big pots, dude.
Yeah,
whatever. You get my... It's not important. Just stop striking. Thank you.
Laverne Mystic coming in.
Gary Oldman from Leon the Professional. Eve Reefyon.
Everyone.
Carl's Frosted Tips weighing in.
Hey, Korskin. Light on, light off, back to Korskin. 3 steps forward. Oh, no, Simone didn't say. Shit, start over. Korskin. Kors. Shit, start over. Korskin. Mambo Nirpa 5. Korskin.
What John has, what is called in the medical fields, is head upper asses. It's a disease that fucking liars get when they try and get sympathy for when nothing is wrong with them except for alcoholism.
Well played. Average Cracker.
Get your tickets to Hackamania now. Ava and Annie are going to sword fight to the death. Winner gets to date John.
Wow. Is that really what's going on?
What the winner gets?
Yeah, what?
Hackamania.com. Use promo code WATP. Gets 10% off your order. April 10th through the 12th will be in Las Vegas live with the potato and the puppet and the hunchback and the creep off. It's all going to be there at Hackamania. You should be able to-
Sadly, no Mersh. So if you're looking to get tickets to see that, he's out from what I hear.
I can't believe he dropped out when we were pleading and begging that he would show up. Mason in Portland, go Seahawks. Yeah, they looked good. They looked very strong. Skill rules today, $20. Thank you very much. You set the Dabble verse ablaze, Mr. Bush. Nothing causes more anger and grief from Stammering John than being intellectually defeated while his lies are exposed publicly. It eats off inside. Skull. Oh, that was brutal. Yeah, Adam Bush will be around shortly. I assure you. Let me lift this up so we can see the potato. Jeez, what am I doing? Very rude. General GK. Carl is gay and eats poop. JT ruled order. Bullshit.
Fact Jack.
Bullshit. The Kinky Loco. Carl is gay and eats poop. JT world order. What the fuck?
Let's get it out there,
Confirmed. We have 2 sources.
Bards and News, $5. John is a typical run-of-the-mill barfly simpleton shithead. And that never has and never will change. Bravo, Adam. Bravo, Wet Brain. Wes Little says, finally getting to catch this live. I finally got to see Rico live last night, and Dum struck it. As a Christian, no more turning the other cheek. People want to get aggressive against John. I've been seeing the sentiment, seeing some things shift. Pavin Matthew, $5 says, damn you guys, Dabble Peak is eating up all my time. Adam had a killer week and joins the Hall of Fame killer Shuli and Carl. Just do it. Just do it to you, my friend.
Thanks, Matt.
Naveed's feed and seed. SJ cries out in pain as he strikes you. He's a cry bully. There's a lot of cry bullies in this universe.
Yeah.
Dabble
Bitch,
Tonic,
as we used to call it back in my day.
Yeah, he's a little bitch. Dabble Tonic Rumble got wild last night, boys. Love it.
Yeah. Rumble's like the Wild West, dude. It was some shit.
You can have some fun over there.
Yeah. We didn't get struck on Rumble, by the way. I just want to mention that. It's happened before where, for whatever reason, through the Rumble studio, the show like disappears and then it comes back. So it'll be back up. We didn't get any strikes, any takedowns of anything.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Linden 49, Stammering John, one day will die alone, not to be found for days. There'll be a welfare. I mean, it'll be Vince the lawyer calling in a welfare check. What's going to happen? Well, there's 6 packs and pizza all piled up on his porch.
And a funeral with the best parking you've ever seen, Carl.
I get right up front. West Little Reptile Family. Shuli, I followed the show over to Rumble last night. Tried the super tip for the first time, but it hated my poor bank account. Couldn't sign up. Love y'all.
Sorry about that, Wes.
Yeah, the super tip system is very prejudiced against certain bank accounts. The kind that have no money in them.
Yep.
Get it out of here. Getty Van Halen. Does Blind Mike cut Abba's hair? I've been hearing that rumor too. I think it's possible. Ham Hands. Sup, guys? Stuttering John did a gig Thanksgiving 2022. The flyer had Howard Stern's name and image on it and called it Stern Thanksgiving Eve. Is that not the same thing? Hypocrite. Yeah, I saw someone posted that recently in Dabbler's Anonymous. Did you catch any of Judy's show, Miss Judy, with Professor Joe?
I saw a couple clips
okay.
On Dabblers, and John's probably not going to be happy with that,
No.
which is great because I can't wait for Judy to see the John we all know, and that's coming.
Yeah, it was funny. Actually, I have some clips. I won't spoil it. It was pretty funny.
Oh, good.
What Professor Joe had to say about John and his whole world. Gaping Osa says, Stuttering John the lawyer, see, that was the tell, ya Anna. Skill rules today, $5. Looking forward to the exact moment Stuttering John loses his harebrained lawsuit against you. Party at my house when it happens. Skull. All right. I'm there, man. Let me know. Just give me the coordinates.
It's going to look like we liberated France, dude. People are going to be making out in the streets. It's going to be beautiful.
It's moving to Monroe County. It's in my backyard now. And we're going to have some kind of epic celebration with this thing.
Yeah.
Carl, can you describe the front of the courthouse to me? Are there nice steps for me to stand on as I live stream? Will I have to? Okay, there are.
There are a lot of
do
steps.
the Melrose. You going to do the Good morning, murderer. Hello, murderer. You going to do that?
Well, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I know I'll be in a giant potato mask on the court steps.
Oh, that's great.
Over 2,000 people watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, and let's thank Edward Efsler for $10 Australian. I love it when John tells us how few beers he's had. In my experience, when alcoholic tells you how many drinks they've had, the real number is at least triple the number they give you. Yeah, John, it's funny because when he talks about how many beers he drank, divide it by 4. When he talks about how many women he slept with, multiply it by 28.
Yeah. Corolla used to have that rap about chicks telling their weight on the air. And it's like, whatever that number is, add 20 pounds to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Look who's here. The man of the hour, the great Adam Bush is joining us. What's up, Adam?
Headphones on. 1, 2, breathe twice.
Oh, wow. This is actual evidence that he does have OCD.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were. Live.
You were accused of just pretending you had OCD, but now we know the truth. Now we've seen the proof come
I
through.
don't have
Jerk
OCD.
Store. Jerk Store 444. How long till John discards Ava and returns on point Dabble point? And discards Ava and Ava returns on point Dabble point. PWO. It's going to be a while. It's going to be a long time. I get a lot of negative feedback when we let Ava on this program. Reverend Rage, has John Strikers economically affected you?
Has John Strikers? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
What do you think, Reverend Rage? Beef Drippins, Ava looks like a guitar tech for Rat. Sup, boys? Vincent says, who's everyone? The whole internet, leadhead? Yes, no shit. It's everyone. Even people in Singapore. Come on. I'm too smart for you. I'm too smart. Stammering John Melendez, the new name that Adam has helped coin. My OCD made me a bad husband and father. That's true. Slim Faley, nice shaved ass chin, Adam or Ray? Nicer shaved ass chin, Adam or Ray?
Ray.
Ray. Yeah.
Ray's on that one.
You see the ass.
Helen Hunt's forehead. Didn't John openly admit to deliberately making his own son cry and laughing about it to himself? Yeah. Dad of the fucking year, Ava. That's what I mean. Ava can't possibly think that that's a real thing, that John would be a good father.
Well,
no way.
I mean, he has a kid that has no contact with him whatsoever.
A kid?
Well, I'm just stating this particular kid who
Okay.
happens to be trans, has no contact with him whatsoever.
Yeah.
All signs point to he wasn't accepting or welcoming of this, and it damaged their relationship. And now he has a friend that he met from the internet that he doesn't know a fucking thing about, that is trans, who, when he ends his show with this person, says, I love you, baby. Where this guy, his kid didn't want to stay at his house. Different kid. Didn't want to stay at his house because it was covered in cat hair and who knows what else. John drove that kid home, dropped that kid off, and proudly said, when telling the story, when he said, I love you, I didn't say it back because I was still pissed.
Yep.
That's fucking insane. And
It's
for you
insane.
to sit there and go, he would make a great dad. He's had 3 chances.
And you think about John's emotional maturity when he tells stories like that.
Yeah.
It's really sad that a grown man would do that to his son.
Yeah.
I mean, it just shows that you're not the mature one if you're being pouty and punishing your kid for having a bad experience at your shitty condo. But then to tell that story as if that's not something that you should be completely ashamed of is even crazier.
Well,
Kid's
if
not
you
a-
remember, it was a story of him bragging about how his wife told him, kid's really mad. You know, you didn't say I love you. They're very, very upset right now. So he showed up to the school. He dropped the phone, got in his car, and ran to school in the middle of the day to pull this kid out of class to say I'm sorry and I love you. That's not even more traumatic and confusing.
Yeah, right. Hey, look at your old man is here. Melendez. Oh, fuck. Why the hell is he here? God damn it.
Yeah.
Dan Varney, Dr. Steve rules. I agree. You rule, Dan Varney.
Yeah.
What's up with let's ask this real quick. So Ava was trying to dox Dan Varney and got the wrong one. Am I correct on that? Is that the story?
Yeah, I've heard that the picture they show was not Dan Varney, but the fact that they're searching for this and looking to put this up, and it's funny because somebody sent me a clip of Ava a while back on BYB arguing with somebody who had a beef with her, shocking, about how dare you go on someone's social media on their Facebook and take pictures off of there and then post them publicly, which is all that John has done since day one. So while she's sitting here asking Adam to speak out and speak against TSN for their actions and all this shit, well, apparently this you're not okay with, but you're okay with Beer Sales Jerry and Vince and everybody else that helps John, Dustin, all of them going on people's Facebooks, pulling people's pictures that have nothing to do with the shows other than being attached, whether married or family wise. Then it's okay, right? So
It's
when are
wild
you
that
going to
everything's a
denounce
contradiction. Like when everything's a contradiction, and John's the one who's trying to pretend everyone else is a hypocrite, where the stupid hypocrite believes.
Right.
Like that's all they do. Is contradict themselves.
We'd have more respect for you if you said, you know what? Hey, I can't sit here and tell you it's wrong to put my picture up. I'm working with a guy who does that every day. You know what? Fair is fair.
I appreciated that you guys on TSN played the clip of me saying to you and all your guys, whatever it was that I was supposed to say to your face that I was uncomfortable with. I had done it, and you had a clip, and you played the clip. I don't know how much more proof we can provide.
Yeah, I was uncomfortable with it. I didn't want that. I never want anything to do with John's kids other than hope and wish for them to have the best life possible. That's all. I'm a parent. Unlike John, I'm still a parent. I don't believe that kids are involved in any of this shit. There have been times where I've gone down to John's level. Absolutely. I'm not proud of it. I'm not happy about it, but I've learned from it, and I know it's never going to happen again. And so this guy, this is all he knows. His team, his people, this is all they know. They can't debate even, much less have a conversation. So this is what they go to.
And I appreciate that it was Vince, the lawyer of all people, who provided immediately John with examples of times he'd ask celebrities questions about their family and their father, and specifically Nick Reiner,
Yeah, yeah. And the fact that you didn't say anything about his family other than the word family.
Right.
It's crazy.
Wait, what did you just say, Shuli? What the fuck did you just say?
Talk about your family, Adam.
Easy.
Sounds like Adam's still a little punch drunk from his beating the other night.
I got a lot of love to give.
I like that one point where where he goes, "What'd you say?" And you go, "Are you going to throw me off again?"
Oh, yeah. You didn't know he had me muted for a lot of that, which I found very frustrating. Yeah, very frustrating.
So I think you've started a new movement in the Dabbleverse, Adam. You started a few, but one of them that I'm getting behind, I'm very excited about, is
anti-Semitism.
Long overdue.
Well, I feel like I've done everything I can to promote it the best I can, just by being me.
You're killing it with that.
Thank
Great
you.
job.
The no.
Shuli, I gotta give you some credit too, buddy. I gotta hand it over.
That would be rude if you didn't give.
This is your spotlight. I'm back.
Only half Jewish. Only half Jewish.
Please, please.
The good half.
Nobody's perfect.
Just as knows, which is half.
That sucks, but I'm born the way I'm born. Alexa Ray Joel has it rough too.
No CD is the new movement that's going on. And I thought this was an interesting post in Dabbers Anonymous from Aromatic Low. It says, Stammering John was on Howard Stern's show from 88 to 04. I listened from 92. Not once did anyone describe any behavior that matches what he describes now in the studio. They talked about all of his behaviors. The whole show was goofing on shit like that. Jackie, Gary, Robin, and Howard all socialized with him. They talked about his drinking, whippets, feet, gross behavior, laziness, lack of organization, and shitting on his wife. Not a word about any rituals or compulsive behavior. He traveled with Artie and other comics. Artie and the rest ragged on everything he did. No OCD. He's a pathetic, weak, faux victim liar. He used his shit lie to say he had it and said it was bad or worse than what Quadfather, big quadriplegic. Biggest loser asshole ever. Any thoughts on that? I mean, I can't pretend I know every segment that happened on the Howard Stern show.
There's one where Howard is reaming him about why he cannot get to work on time. And John is giving all of the excuses. And one of them was, he's like, I can't get my shoes. I have to tie my... And Howard goes, oh, you got some rituals? John's like, yeah, I got the,
That was
the
it.
rituals. And that's why he shows up with no socks sometimes, or it was just an excuse that he mentioned because Howard had it that he could use in this moment to buy some time.
I want to just throw this in, which is he's been doing this a lot lately, and that is painting himself into a corner. So with these strikes, he's now down to not being able to watch any clips pretty much, except for Karmic and MLC. So he's painting himself into this corner. With this debate with Adam, and especially the days after, where he's breaking down his whole, and we played a package last night. You didn't see it because we got struck because he's sensitive. But it shows 5 different examples of John walking back into his room where he's not counting, he's not looking down, he's not counting steps. He's drunk, he's carrying a case of beer, but none of these rituals that he described to Adam in days after are ever shown in any of the videos we have.
There was a super tip that kind of went through, I guess, pretending Slobbering Juan was doing his rituals while he was drinking.
Yeah.
Right? Count the beers, whatever. But
Yeah.
it did make me think, it's amazing that webcam is a cure for his OCD because it can never happen. There's never any rituals demonstrated in front of that webcam. We've seen him.
But remember, John, why are you smoking so many cigarettes?
Right.
Sorry.
No, we've seen him do everything in his life in front of that camera, but none of them have ever involved any type of ritual.
No.
Also, the way he describes OCD, it doesn't make any sense. He told Adam he's already been on Facebook 3 times, so he couldn't go back. And then it turned into 4 times, and so he couldn't go back again. And even when he was talking about...
Variable OCD.
Yeah, he's got variable OCD. Even when he was explaining his OCD the next day when he was proving he had OCD, he's like, sometimes I have to take 3 sips. Sometimes I take 2 sips. Sometimes I take 4. So you're just changing the OCD rules as you go about it?
That's how it works.
OOCD, occasional obsessive compulsive disorder.
John, you've been drinking a lot and smoking a lot of cigarettes. Oh, because I have OCD. So if I have 1 beer, then I got to have 1 cigarette and I can't fit. Remember that whole bit that was just like, I like to smoke and drink, was described to us as OCD.
He wrote a song about it.
Yeah.
He's got a song, I like to smoke when I drink.
Well, now that he's got
proof,
these
now
comedy
there's the
shows-
proof right there.
Now that he has these comedy shows coming up, I hope people will be able to capture him doing his rituals on the way up to the stage, walking around afterwards. This is the corner he's painted himself into now. He's a guy who's held prisoner by his thoughts, where he has to do certain things, certain amount of times, no matter where he is, no matter what's going on. So I'm excited that people will be able to witness that firsthand.
I think I was on Bedabbling Live on Saturday. We broke down, we hacked Stuttering John's Walgreens account and we got all his prescriptions.
Yeah.
So he gave us a list of all the prescriptions he takes on his show.
Yeah.
And we were going through them, and a lot of them, I think there were 1 or 2 that weren't prescribed generally for OCD, but all of them were prescribed for different forms of depression, anxiety.
Yeah, SSRIs,
Yeah. A lot of other things. So, but then we played the clip of John getting caught with Prozac on Howard Stern.
Yeah. To be a better guitarist.
To be a better guitarist, yes. But he came out and he admitted, he was watching the clip, I think, and he said he was embarrassed to say he had OCD. He was embarrassed that he would have been made fun of. I think he's been hiding something else for all this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, all he did, the only time he came in that studio was to get made fun of. So he's like, I don't want to get goofed on. It's like, come on. What are you talking about?
Dr. Steve had a good point when he was on with you guys, or Saturday morning, I guess he was on Bedabbling Live. And he was talking about the fact that doctors just have to take people at their word when they prescribe things like this. So if someone goes in and they go, I have these rituals and I need to get over this thing. And so it's very easy to prescribe something for OCD if you want to pretend you have OCD. Now, the other point that he made is that, John claims he sees a psychiatrist now in Florida. And I assume that psychiatrist is who refills his prescriptions. It's very easy to go in and go, I've been prescribed this by this other doctor. Now I live here and I need this refilled. Ask a couple questions. Great. We'll refill it. Like once you get into that prescription,
the doctor in Florida isn't going to go re-diagnose everything.
Right.
Gonna, okay. Yeah, we get it. Who would
you've
lie
been
about
taking this for years. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll sign off on it and go get this filled. So that whole argument doesn't really hold any weight for me.
Also, when this all started, John was on the Stern show. So all John ever did when he was on the Stern Show is get hookups wherever and whatever he wanted. So I don't imagine it was any problem for him back then to have a doctor friend that prescribed him whatever the hell he needed. And then after the Howard Show, he's in LA and he's on the Tonight Show. So again, he's not going to have a problem doing that. John walks into the room and the first thing he tells everybody is, I'm Stuttering John, because he's looking for these hookups. So he's resourceful like that. So I imagine whoever is his doctor in Florida is aware of his celebrity. It's only going to help him in these matters.
And the doctors in Florida, I don't know if you guys realize this. There's this guy who works at an urgent care who owns an airport. They get paid a lot of fucking money. They have a lot of connections down there. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I live in Cape Coral, that's why I know this.
Well, again, didn't John have to get prescriptions at urgent care, or was that when he was traveling?
That was for Hitman Dan for his back pain.
Yeah.
And the doctor hooked him up, which not a great thing to say.
Nope.
This whole OCD thing that we're talking about, this is why John believes and tells us that he's playing 3D chess, because this came out of him having to come up with an excuse. Thank you. With an excuse to why he didn't send the link.
Right.
He was avoiding that. That's the truth he didn't want to give up. So he feels he successfully avoided, deflected focus onto this other thing. Now we're all dealing with that and have forgotten that he was too scared to send me the link and didn't want to. That's what he's protected. He's much more comfortable fighting this fight. So he feels in his mind he's won and we're all fools that don't get it. We'll fight anything you bring up. I don't care. No one cares. All of your lies, we're happy to debunk wherever they sit. We've established he's a liar. We're good.
Yeah. You did a brilliant job of explaining to him, like, why do you think that this isn't real? It's because you lie about shit all the time. You just gave the most recent example. But he's always got an excuse for why he lies. There are always a good excuses, like he wanted to piss off Vince the lawyer.
But he's a little kid when he doesn't want to do something. It's not even creative. It's not believable. Okay, send me $50 and I'll send him the link. He knew the whole time he wasn't going to send Adam the link. He wanted the $50. So as soon as he got the $50, all of a sudden, well, I don't know how to get a hold of the guy. I don't know what his email is. I don't know what his Twitter is. I don't know. Facebook doesn't even come up. Meanwhile, that's the only way these two have fucking communicated is Facebook. That doesn't even come to mind. And he kept stalling, and he just didn't want to face it. He knew what was coming.
How am I supposed to find Adam Bush's contact under all these Dan Varney pictures? There's Dan Varney pictures everywhere.
He was holding a piece of paper with my DMs and Facebook written on it.
Yes.
He was threatening me with it, and he never thought to do that.
And at no point did he say, you know what? I don't have his contact info. Let me send you the $50 back. That was never a question.
No, that was not. It was everyone else's fault. He didn't have it.
Too late.
So his big talking point, he's mentioned this on every show since that interview. He says that he asked Adam a specific question and Adam deflected and avoided answering that question. And the question is, you sent me a DM praising me, thanking me for getting on the Howard Stern show, saying you're a fan. You come on my show, and then you go on everyone else's show and trash me. And Adam answered that as directly as anyone could possibly answer that. I played it on WATP. How the fuck does John justify in his mind that you were deflecting from answering that question?
I have a theory that in his mind, answering the question means agreeing with me. Because no matter how many times I answered it, he's like, you don't get it. You're not answering it. But how could you say that if he refuses to answering is, you're right, John. I see the hypocrisy. I'm a hypocrite. I'll take my bindle stiff and head on out into the prairie.
There's only one answer, and you didn't give it.
Right. It was very funny before you came on, Adam, where John was already envisioning how this was going to go down and what was going to happen, and you were going to be groveling. John, I'm so sorry. You're right. You caught me. I'm a hypocrite. I can't believe this is embarrassing for me. Please forgive me. Like, he was literally saying that's what was going to happen. He comes on, asks you that question immediately right out of the gate. First thing he says to you, you answer it brilliantly because you did handle your first appearance on John.
And there's no plan B. It's just, well, I don't know where to go from here.
Right.
Well,
yeah,
that
he had
kind
nothing after that.
Yeah.
See, I think that kind of was his plan B. Was once you answered it, he knew he wasn't going to change anything about it, and that's how you felt. But he was also terrified of what you were going to ask him. He didn't want to move on from this because he could control this.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
It's something that he has a shot of getting out of. Whatever Adam, and by the way, Adam didn't really ask any questions. He was just answering questions the entire time. The only times John got scared and ran to the super chats was when Adam had a follow-up question of his own. When Adam turned it around and just asked him something. And he's got nothing. He's a completely different guy than 2 years ago. If you go back and watch his show from 2 years ago, his speech, his mechanics in his brain, he's completely different. I don't know what he's on, but there's been shows where he's been fucked up and it ain't booze. I can tell you that.
Yep.
He's just deteriorated so fast, and it's continuing.
How is his finger looking? They say the finger is the gateway to the soul. Does it look better? Or how does it look?
It depends which direction it's pointing on what day. I mean, it's crazy.
That's not good.
So
No.
you telling John he doesn't stutter was one of the brilliant things that happened during that show, because John doesn't stutter. He stammers when he's nervous. And I know you stopped yourself from saying the only time he stuttered was trying to say the word family, which was
That's the
obviously-
difference between a comic and not a comic.
Yes.
A comic has to say it. I had something else was more important to me in that moment, and I couldn't say it. But if I would have said family, it would have been a clippable moment.
I don't know. I think it's almost better that you didn't say, because we all know what you were talking about. I mean, it did give John an out, obviously, on there.
Yeah.
But the fact now, is John going to bring back the stutter more now that you've called him out and told him that he's stammering? John?
No, because if you noticed, he had a pivot point. He could have harped on that or the OCD, and he was like, we're not touching that.
Yeah.
And when he was pressed recently, I think you played it where somebody said, hey, John, what happened to the stutter? And you went,
Yeah, nothing.
yeah, but OCD, how dare you? Now we're offending
Yes.
people.
Does he want to be OCD John instead of stuttering John? Like, that seems to be his main identity now.
Well,
I mean,
but
yeah,
Adam,
I was going to say he spoke at the National Stuttering Conference. He never spoke at the National OCD Conference.
Yeah.
He hasn't
He's got all
cured
those
anyone
kids
of
he's supposed to
OCD.
stick up for.
He's got to cure these kids of OCD.
you got to look at it from John's point of view, though. Adam is basically telling a man in a mental wheelchair that he can walk. And John, that's insulting to John. You understand? He's right there with Quadfather. He is disabled. This is insulting. And shame on you, Adam, for throwing that at him like that.
His business instincts are so bad when you think about it. Probably the only thing that would maybe make headlines is Stuttering John finally reveals I never stuttered. People would read that. Just for the name recognition alone, they would click on that article. Not now has OCD or continues to battle OCD, and it's only gotten worse. So what happens, John? You've never let us in. So when you don't step on that, what happens? What's the bad thing?
I know. That's the part, because when he was going through his ritual, it was so convoluted. There's no way he could say the same ritual twice. If we just said, okay, repeat what you just said again, there's no way
That
he'd
would
come
be
up
so
with that.
great. I
It'd be
hope
so
one of his
funny.
co-hosts.
Oh, I
does
wrote it
that,
down.
please.
Okay, good.
I got it right here.
Up, down, down,
Yep.
left, right, left, right.
Was there a thing he was explaining the other day about imagining his aunt dying?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It was the strangest example. Like, suppose I say out loud, I wish my aunt were dead. What?
Yeah, you'd have to reverse through the same door to undo it.
Right, because he explained that he learned in college that A plus negative A equals 0. And that's what brought out his OCD. That was the dumbest thing. He says a lot of dumb shit, but that was wild.
No, I think he was saying that's how he knew he could cure himself. Like that's
Right,
that
that's
was
how he
his-
negates
yeah.
the bad thoughts. It
Yeah.
also goes back to that time that he was all upset at Kevin Brennan for wishing John's plane would go down.
That's
He
funny.
really thinks that people have these powers with their thoughts.
There were other people on that plane. There were animals.
His quote was, "You wish badly on a plane?" That was the quote.
I wonder if John was wishing that my water system was stolen. Now that I think about it, maybe this was John's fault. I thought Vinny was joking on the creep off, but
Somebody posted in the
Motherfucker.
Discord a ball player who famously has OCD rituals before he goes at bat, and they played some
Pulling
clips
up
of
his
him.
socks.
There was it's like a tap. There's something. Whatever it was,
No,
it was like,
John's.
oh, that's what John's describing. He's describing that ball player's thing, not his own personal.
No,
experience.
no, but he literally, that's how he literally discovered he had OCD as a ball player, having to pull up his socks.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Or not touching the sand at the beach.
Yeah.
Right. The other thing you got to admit is that he's an alcoholic, and that was a brilliant part of this, where you told him he's an alcoholic, and he goes, "Oh yeah, well you're addicted to the Dabbleverse," which
You got
which
me.
you're supposed to be like, you know what? I never, which you did, by the way. You're just like, all right, never mind.
Gotcha.
That was
it's like,
hilarious.
you're doing a lot of heroin these days. You go, yeah, well, you with all your knitting. Why don't you put that down?
Yeah. No one needs another hat, Grandma.
Right.
It's enough. The other funny thing you said is you corrected him and he got pissed at you. And you're like, I'm sorry, correcting people's grammar is a dick move. And he quickly moved off from that. That was very well done.
This is going to be a surprise. He's slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. He moves slow. His reaction times are so slow. It takes him so long to think of something that he has to slowly repeat every word of the question I asked him back to me so he can come up with something. Because when he just goes on the fly like, a comic, that's what comes out. Oh, yeah, well, you like a subreddit. Oh, yeah, well, you drink too much water. Like, okay.
Yeah, right. So he was accusing you of getting your talking points from Shuli and me. He thought that we were texting you. And it's so funny because obviously this is projection. This is what happens with John. Whenever he's talking to someone, he's getting text messages from Vegas Beer Sales Jerry or Ditka or whoever to tell him what to say. And Vinny was on WTP on Saturday and reminded us their big falling out occurred because Vinny was on Point Dabble Point and John was texting away. Tell him I was in this movie. Tell him I did this. And Vinny just turned his phone over and put it down and didn't read a single text message. And John was so pissed he missed their meeting the next day because he wasn't reading the texts on the show to defend John as they're happening. Now, Adam, do you need people to text you what to say to John, or are you well versed enough now that you know what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think I got it.
It's so insane. He literally said, I have the clip. He said on the show today that I was texting you to say, remember to tell John he's an alcoholic.
Oh, shit,
Isn't
thanks, I
like,
forgot.
oh, right, alcoholism.
I
Fuck, I forgot all about that. Thank you.
I'm reminded every time I look at you, John. That's the funny part of it. We don't need, but it did reveal, because he does this a lot, and he is convinced. This is not accusing. He knows for a fact that Shuli and the Shulis are behind everything, and no original thoughts are come to. Everything is from that. He's been saying it for years, and he really believes. There were times where I was just looking down, and he was like, stop looking at your fucking phone because Shuli's texting you. And he'd do that to other people. So Shuli, oh, Miss Judy, oh, so Shuli. No. And I think he believes in it. Yeah.
I just texted him twice. I was like, you're dying, dude. Pick it up. Pick it up. He's killing you.
This is from yesterday's show. Him talking about this again.
But Adam never answered the question. I mean, he never took responsibility for being a scumbag.
See, that's answering the question. Taking responsibility.
Taking responsibility for being a
is
scumbag,
answering the
which you
question.
Didn't do. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's brilliant. I didn't realize. You're right. He, in his mind, that's how he justifies you didn't answer the question. You didn't say what he wanted you to say.
Just pivot and deflection. Counsel, like how how a lawyer or anybody just going to pivot and deflect and just bring up any TSN talking point.
That's hilarious. So if we watch John and we study him and we know his show pretty well and we are critical of him, it's a TSN talking point. Shuli told me what I should think about this.
The only person that brought up TSN was him and Ava.
Mm-hmm.
Adam never brought up TSN.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
It was great to see how quickly it went from Adam accused me of not having OCD, of the stuttering, and then it took a day for it to be, and not having a real girlfriend, never said anything about that. And now it spreads into all of his issues with everyone are all me. It's all me. We're all one person.
Of course, it's they, yeah. What's interesting about what he just said there with the TSN talking points is it reminds me very much of Aaron Imholt when he was on with Husey and Dean, the Aussie guy was there, and Aussie guy took him to task. And Aaron was not ready for that. He thought he was going on there to talk about boxing. And so his immediate thing was like, oh, the internet talking points. Oh, okay. So you're going to the Reddit and that's where you're getting your talking points from. Meanwhile, Dean's been watching tons of hours of this guy, knows all this stuff, asking him legit questions. That's such a lame cop-out. It's like, okay, let's say that Shuli did ask me to ask you why you don't actually stutter and told me that your OCD is fake. Whatever. Who cares where it came from? Answer the question.
Yeah, but Carl, just think about it from John's perspective. If you were a narcissist and you thought you were perfect, and everywhere you turned, people on the internet were saying the exact same thing about you, obviously it's got to be coming from one guy.
One source.
It has to be. It
I
can't
think
be
he really
everyone's
does
opinion.
think that. You're right.
It must be.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm pretty sure that Just Do It was texting him the whole time. Bring up his alcohols and bring up this, you know, and that has nothing to do with the fact that you stabbed me in the fucking back after I allegedly did so many nice things for you.
Yeah, like I don't know why he would bring up your alcoholism or even stab you in the back. Like all that was just boring to me. Oh, so then Carl, if you dare,
he stabbed me in the back and then goes on all these shows to trash me when his DMs to me was, please have me on. I'm so grateful to you and all of that. And then, but Vince, isn't this the norm with everyone? David Gunn, Quadfather. This is what they all do.
Oh, everyone. So every single person in the entire world, even my mother, okay.
Who is everyone?
We'll get more into this in just a moment. First, I want to go over to supertip.gg/WATP. People who are supporting the show. We have 2,400 people watching live. Thank you very much for being here for a very exciting week in the Dabbleverse, and the narrator's picking up on that. He says, so Stammering John's master plan is to drive all channels to Rumble and Super Tips, where the carriers get 90% instead of 70%. Another brilliant rake step by the Duke. Yeah. I love when people use Super Tip. We get the money a lot quicker, and YouTube isn't taking it. Pescado Joe.
Are we on Rumble? A lot of the faggot word going around. Oh, I see why Cardiff is here. Cardiff, my niece made me a t-shirt using your courtroom drawing. It is the one with Kid Pen 15. Yo soy homo.
That's amazing.
Send me a picture.
Yeah, I want to see that. Post that. Destriga coming at him.
Why are you gringos trying to get me and my sexy love Ava into a fight? I look down her shirt and I'm mesmerized by her cleavage. Not many men can pull off a rack like that. Like my ancestor Don Quixote, I will crush Adam in our next battle. Many of my OCDs will be ready to defend my honor. See how Ava wants to marry me. I have mucho to fight for. Shit, Weya, how is Rumble treating you? Do you miss your channel? Stop using all my content to make your Jewish pockets full of money that I should have. Only if I could lean into the joke.
If only. Tickle me Tukey. Looking sexy today, Cardiff. You coming to Rochester for the trial?
I'll be
Court reporter.
Potato
Sounds like
mask
he'll be
and
there.
everything.
Potato
like a
court
beer.
reporter. It's going to be great.
Unknown artist been coming up with some fantastic songs lately. We've been playing on the show. Carl, glad you like the new song. Shuli, will yesterday's episode get reposted on YouTube? Don't let these strikes divert attention from Stuttering John killing his cat.
That nothing will divert attention from that. We are here for Xavier, Wolverine, or both. We don't know who has fallen. But
I don't know how many other cats he's killed either.
Right.
It's true.
We have no idea.
This whole time we thought Ray DeVito was the problem.
No, that's just
it'll be back
hookers.
up.
We like cats.
Nobody cares about that. Yeah, it'll be back up.
Just a quick reminder, unknown artist coming in with this banger for
First
us.
of all, man, you know, let's just face it. I'm virile, I'm horny, and I'm cool. I'm virile, I'm horny, and I'm cool. I'm virile, I'm horny, and I'm cool.
What a chorus. What a chorus. Mark Davis coming in. And maybe just Cardiff can comment, but can't all this striking be considered retaliation? Possibly a Rochester court of law? Possibly in a Rochester court of law.
Well, I mean, in my opinion, someone who could be possibly sued for trying to silence somebody probably shouldn't have a string of, literal strikes trying to silence somebody.
Yeah, we have
Just saying. I don't know. What do I know?
I have a clip coming up from Professor Joe, the law professor who was on with Miss Judy last night, talking about the First Amendment in this country and how that applies to this current case. So could be onto something. F the lemons and bail.
Child don't know my OCD was the most impetus.
Impetus is not the right word there.
I am sure Adam just made a great point. Too bad nobody could hear. Wait, did he actually use a mic?
I do have to give myself some credit. You were talking to the mic the whole time when you were on with John. I'm very impressed.
Learned it from watching you.
Good.
Sanya Adam ravaged my balloon knot during that debate. To protest, I will no longer drink Bush Light until my sock has fully recovered.
That's right, Juan. I emasculated you. He even cleaned it like a good stammerer.
Titan 47.
I thought John loved baseball. He doesn't seem to understand. Every one of his strikes is just a swing and a miss. I don't think that's how home runs work, but I'll wait.
Good point.
Did you hear Blind Mike say that every single part of his day, he is considering his affliction of being blind, and he still deals with it less than John deals with his OCD.
Yeah.
It's more of a part of his life.
Incredible.
It's amazing.
Eugene coming in again.
Considering the voice I'm using, this may seem self-serving, but I just wanted to commend Adam for ripping Stammering John a new asshole. While STDJ was shouting, you kept calm and point.
Yes. Very well done.
How would you feel if your father wrote in his book about how he wished you were born a boy? How much he spent to ensure that, and then couldn't accept your transition from female to male?
He didn't say he wanted a pussy boy. He just said boy. Titan 47 again.
Carl, if I slap you in the face with a handful of cheese and scream cheeseburger, is that acceptable behavior? See what I did there?
See what you did there? St.
Thank you.
Patrick's.
When anyone wants to go to the gym 3 days a week, it's clearly OCD.
I have a clip of that. Him talking about it. Christopher M.
Yay! Dabbleverse rules. Great show, boys. Eagles suck. Bills suck. It wasn't a catch, Carl. Adam's mic is so loud. Thanks, Carl. Need Stut Joe to work the levels?
Oh, stop it. It was definitely a fucking catch. Adam's never too loud. 49er fan.
My best friends are that guy Ava, Vegas Beer Shits Jerry, Snowman Dan, and Cuckoo the Retard. They will be my best friends until they turn on me.
Until they turn on you, yes, that's correct.
I'll admit, I drew first blood when I sent my pet Doc Dribbles to outshine the shitwear. But you have to admit, Dribbles is much funnier than that hack.
Fair enough. I didn't realize that was a celebrity duck.
It's Dribbles, dude. Get with it.
That was Dribbles. I had no
Where
idea.
you been?
Daddy Poopy.
This proves what I've been saying all along. Carl has been on the O&A forum. Hey, Dr. Steve, you appearing anywhere?
Hi, Kate. If you're in the Portland metro area this Saturday between 9 a.m. and noon, I'll be at the Haiti Hood Transition Center. Stop by for Dabble Dice and a pair of piss flaps.
Daddy Poopy is Emily? Holy shit, this changes everything. Labyrinth Mystic.
Adam, I hope you have sons, 2 beautiful sons, and they have their speaking stolen from them like I did.
Don't you put that evil on me, Stammering Juan.
John would never wish that on one of his enemy's children. He would only wish that his enemy's children become gay.
That's right. He did do that to Rocco.
Yeah.
He hoped that Rocco's kid would be gay. He's amazing.
Praise.
Ghost Crusaders TV.
Ay, Dios mío. You motherfucking assholes. Joe, stutter, Joe, piece of caca. Why you talking all this porqueria? You wanting me to talk about you familia maricones. Ven aquí.
Smack.
Gracias, papi.
Colin Madden coming in. Who hasn't wished their Aunt Carol, who told all the cousins at Grandma's wake about the time you shat your pants at the movies, would die? Team Stammering John. Clark Griswold coming in.
I can prove John is OCD. When he gets in a fight and he's getting his ass kicked, he just can't stop.
Yep.
That's a great point.
That is true.
Remember when he said he wasn't OCD? He was very OCD.
Yeah.
Very.
Oh, he went to Columbia and they took that.
OCD.
They did the brain scan in Columbia and it was off the charts, I think is what he said.
His similarities to Trump alone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's on PC.
You sure it was off the charts, or they scanned him and they thought maybe the machine was off? Maybe that's why you got the story mixed up.
They threw it out after that. Nostalgia Gilaki.
It's who are these podcasters, not podcast Dumbo.
Who are these podcasters? What?
Hey,
Eugene.
correcting someone's grammar.
I didn't kill my cat. I've moved in next door and ate to him.
Oh shit.
Happy ending.
It's big news. Silence do good. Has anyone ever pressed John on why he doesn't hit on Ava or ask if he does second input? He believes Ava's a woman. Why not, John? People press him on that all the time. They ask him if he would date Ava, and he always is respectful for some reason.
No, not always. There was that drunk show, a couple drunk shows ago. I know they're all blend into one big slobbering drunk show.
Yeah.
But somebody asked him, would he ever fool around with Ava or so? And he says, not my type. I like women.
Oh, shit.
And,
Whoops.
yeah.
Whoa.
He let that
Yeah, and
slip.
then later apologized
boy.
or backtrack. I know I was a woman, but, I'm sure
Yeah.
she sent a text to him.
Juggernaut.
Migato was being a pussy. It had to go.
Fair enough. Carrie coming back in.
Hey, drunkie, you want a direct answer? Here's one. Oscar is a cocksucking fajette who loathes you so much he changed his name. Make vape pens great again.
CP.
Guess how I'm celebrating today?
I can only guess. John O'Reilly.
Hey, Carl. Welcome to the toilet bowl of the AFC East. Joining the Jets and Dolphins, looking up to the assholes of the Patriots. Sheet weigher.
Oh, no. They fired the coach that got them out of a 17-year playoff slump. I'm sure that they're going to do great now.
I thought that
Fucking
was a
stupid.
little odd that they fired him.
Crazy. It's crazy. I don't understand it. Dustin Matthews says, been an audio listener watching for the first time. Ava is particularly ghoulish, even for a you-know-what. Yeah, ghoul in the drool. D. Martig, as a member of the SJ Army, all potatoes must boil.
That's a point. That's a point.
God, you founded the SJ Army. Look at they've turned on you, Cardiff.
Turned on me.
Stammering John Melendez, isn't it odd that everyone thinks I was trampled by Adam Bush? Isn't it odd? You know what's funny?
Isn't it amazing?
Isn't it amazing? Zom 247. Love you. Love the show. Well done, Adam. Pro JT. Get JT out of your mouth. Sean, the producer, I still say that Ava is Sigmund the Sea Monster.
Good pull.
Stewie Felt, Celery Dad probably reminds Ava of their abusive dad. Probably. Donna G. Oh, hey, Shuli. Sending in my contractually obligated support. Well, thank you, Donna G.
Thank you, Donna. Here's your drop. Thank you.
Thank you for the $20, Donna. Lever Mystic, Cardiff, check your email. Everyone.
Go.
Stats Patrick's. Carl, thoughts on McDermott's firing? I think BS. Yes, it's bullshit. I don't understand why they felt the need to make a change like that in a year where they were kind of rebuilding and they overachieved. They had no wide receivers.
Adam,
Nick
your thoughts?
Saw.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Have Ava laughs like Muttley from Dastardly and Muttley. Yes. Notice that. Gaping Osa probably was drunk when he dropped off Oscar too. Oh, geez. That's true because it was late at night and he wanted to go home. Now that's a good point. Stewie fell. Ava looks like Blackie Lawless from Wasp.
Good pull. Ava has said that John reminds her of her dad, but
has she really?
Could be doing a joke. Yeah, she could
Yeah.
be doing a bit.
The Crayon Birds. Did Stammering John learn to love Fruit Loops? Obnoxious John. Guys, can I do a show with you? Just don't say I'm sick. No one said you were sick, OJ. No one brought that up.
You're sick.
Hey, wait, what EDR is here? John's been ousted. Adam is the Duke. Hey, Cardiff.
Hey,
John Wayne's the Duke.
BMC 30. Adam is hands down my favorite Jew in the Dabble verse. Oh, hi, Shuli. Ugh. Yeah,
I remember that bitch.
Awkward.
That was embarrassing. That got a little awkward right there, didn't it?
Remember that. I'll see you in hell.
Oh, look at this.
What's
Jad
important is
Allen.
that you're ranking Jews. That's what's important.
Chad
We
Allen
love
coming
that.
in, gifting 10. Thank you, Chad Allen. Very much appreciated. If you got a membership, check out the membership tab. 2 bonus episodes every single month. We just did one with Dick Match, similar to crossover with Dick. And next week we'll be doing Living in the Past with Stammering John, where we check out John's podcast from 2017 and from 2018. And before the Dabbleverse existed. Very fascinating to see what he was up to. SPPR221. I don't know why you would have her on your shows ever. John and Ava will do the same stuff to each other. Zumac's going to get you again. And KBU and CZ should ignore SJ, no SC for drunkie. The fuck did I just read?
That makes
I don't
sense.
know.
It all makes sense.
Did you guys? I hope you mentioned that it was Ava that sent me the link. It wasn't Vince or anyone else. It was Ava that sent me the link and then continued to get me on there. I will always be grateful for that.
Yeah,
We always
Ava
should be.
actually had a lot of good points on that episode. She's like, you got to bring Adam back on. And he was kicking you off. Bring him back on. You guys got to hash this out. Right.
You know, she runs his show.
She
for
produced
him,
it well
It
that
doesn't
day.
surprise me that she's sending you the link.
It was just amazing that what John and Vince were trying to get done for like 45 minutes, Ava was just like, oh yeah, I'll just send it to him.
Right.
On his
Yeah.
social media and he'll find it.
Sean, the producer, Adam, my family, John, later. You bring up my wife and kids? Adam, what?
Yeah.
It was wild. John was looking for any kind of out.
I mean, it's embarrassing when you say, alcohol destroys families. How dare you talk about my family?
Yes.
Dude, you said that, not us.
Yeah.
You were talking about alcohol.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you said your addiction to the Dabbleverse is going to destroy your family. That's your point.
Typically doesn't destroy families, as
Right.
they say alcohol destroys families. My family? I'll shut up.
Epic Miss Meaner? Carl, true, you tried to stop VTL's Adam with Stuttering John bit.
Carl,
Adam was stuttering.
True,
Everyone
you tried.
tried to stop VTL's bits. I mean, they're terrible.
I think he
His
said the entire
appearance-
interview. He's saying, was it Carl that was trying to not have the interview happen?
Oh,
I was sending your email out to everyone who asked me.
I know, we're going to talk about that.
I was getting
We're
a lot
gonna
of
talk about that later.
messages. I understand. I was getting a lot of messages from people who are just like, we need Adam's email address, but here it is. Take it. Get him on there. Let's go. Grease Trap Media. AB makes statement, then SJ says, in other words, then SJ says something entirely different. He did it 100 times. He's the worst. Yeah, you could put together a supercut of in other words. Because he wanted to reframe everything that you said. The sorcerer is here. Sorcerer $5. Overreacting externally rather than internally is a typical symptom of PTSD rather than OCD. PTSD typically perceives excessive threats from others. Think the Howard Stern show did that to him? While OCD perceives and addresses internal threats.
Okay, gotcha.
I believe you, sorcerer. You sound very knowledgeable and learned on the subject. All right, let's talk real quick about Miss Judy's show last night. So she had on this Professor Joe woman who wasn't really familiar with anything. In fact, they were talking about who Stuttering John is. And she said something like, this isn't even recent culture. How long has Howard Stern been off the air?
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, that's not
Well,
great.
it depends who you ask. I mean, if you ask hardcore super fans.
Yeah. But I just felt like that was very funny because SiriusXM re-signing him and nobody knows. Nobody knows or cares. But this is interesting, what was said.
Later, yeah, because when it's on my phone, I'm looking at the computer. So, yeah, but thank you, Brockleen or whoever.
Well, you know, the underpinning of the First Amendment generally is you don't censor, you respond by more speech. And it is a little interesting to me that instead of Stuttering John using his program to make fun of their program and get, maybe viewers and, whatever it is that he would get from doing that he goes after them from doing it at all. And Judy, I think you're right. They gave him more publicity, which might well have driven more people to watch what he was doing and make him more of a commodity if he wanted to go on, what they don't have much on TV anymore, but to go on a show or do an act somewhere. So it's interesting to me that as an entertainer in particular, that his first recourse wouldn't have been to do that rather than to bring a lawsuit.
Okay.
Oh, really? They don't have a lot on TV anymore, you dumb fuck?
What the fuck is she a professor of? Nonsense?
They go on to talk about how, the Dabbleverse has made John more popular than he was, and he's making money from that, and how it'd be very interesting to see in Discovery what his income has turned into since the Dabbleverse and us focusing on him.
Carl, I remember when I first started watching WATP and you were talking about Stuttering John, I'd go watch his shows, and there was 40 to 80 people watching sometimes.
There was
Used to
no
name
one
'em
watching
one
that.
Yeah, he used to name them one at a time.
That's right. I forgot about that. He would say hi to each of them
Roll
as they
call.
came
Remember
in.
roll? You gave me shit for roll call.
Yes, used to do roll call. Opie used to do roll call. That was a thing for a while.
But the fact that somebody who's not in this world at all looks at this case and comes up with the knowledge of, I thought this guy was an entertainer. Why don't you just do what they're doing back at them?
Right.
Oh yeah, he's
This
not
is
really
like-
good at that. That's not his thing.
Well,
that's why
of
Radio
course.
Wars were so great, because the Radio Wars grew the ratings for both parties involved in it. The afternoon guy is calling out the morning guy. I got to hear what this person's saying. And I mean, it's funny that they don't know anything about entertainment or the Dabbleverse or anything. And there were a lot of great points made just reading through the complaint, and they thought that a lot of it sounded pretty petty. But
I'm
what do I
openly
know?
not a fan of Vince the lawyer, but bringing Judy to the Dabbleverse has been fantastic.
Yeah, Judy has been a treat for sure, and I think Judy's having way more fun. Judy's spending hours reading these dumb complaints and our response.
Here's my question to you guys. Will Judy now see the real Stuttering John based on this show? What is his response going to be to this?
Well, it's interesting because a lot of people have put a lot of attention on the fact that I told John I was buttering him up, and that's why I was saying nice things to him. I used that phrase because that's the exact phrase that Miss Judy used to him when she was trying to get him to take the whatever that practice test was, and he wouldn't do it. And she said, I was just buttering you up, and he looked at her like, are you flirting with me? All right, I'll allow this one, counsel. You're too cute to ignore. But when I say it, it's not the same.
So you're not his type. We figured out.
I'm not.
That's
No.
for sure.
I think John, because he likes to protect himself from things like this, he'll never watch it, and he'll deflect anyone who's trying to tell him what happened on the show, because he wants to continue to have Judy on his show and not be pissed at her.
Go ahead, Cardiff.
I was going to say, until he finds an angle to go after Judy. Because right now, she hasn't done anything yet. He's got to find. Once Vegas beer sales Jerry pulls some dirt on Judy.
Breast reduction. John, it's right there for you. Call her out for the breast reduction.
She's already an enemy.
We're all mad at her for it.
Well, I think he doesn't react the way he normally would anybody else for one reason and one reason only, because he still needs shit from Vince. And he knows if he goes full John on her, then he's most likely going to lose Vince, because Vince is going to have to get involved. This woman is a civilian. No matter how much she watches, she hasn't been here for years. She doesn't know this world. She's checking it out. She's a civilian. So, she full metal John pointed at her, it's not going to be received well.
She hasn't paid her dues like you have, Shuli.
That's right. Get in there, Judy. Weigh some shit, lady.
Speaking of needing Vince, John needs Vince to watch football.
John needs everyone for everything.
John needed to log in to YouTube TV to watch football this past weekend. I just want to let everybody know, if you're not aware, all 4 games were on broadcast television. It's free over the air. Everyone can watch Fox, CBS, ABC.
I was screaming at my phone. I was watching your rant last night, Shuli, where all the things that John needed a man for. John needs another man for this. I was hoping you were going to yell, John needs a man to help him watch football.
I mean,
because it's pathetic.
He's such a fucking idiot. He's the only guy that gets a free access to the NFL package in the last 2 weeks of the of the playoffs.
He didn't understand it. Because Vince was telling him, yeah, KC doesn't need you anymore because he doesn't need the NFL package. And John's like, why would he need the NFL package? Those are the regular season games, you fucking moron. He claims to be this big NFL fan. He's betting on all the games and shit. He has no idea. But his Fire Stick broke, so he couldn't.
Once fucked his way into free DirecTV.
Yeah. Right, he's supposed to have it for life.
But
for
now,
life.
His Fire Stick didn't break, by the way. The gimmick that's on there to get all the shit for free. Yep. That
free
got
trial
deleted, right? And he has to now find another jailbreak thing to put on a Fire Stick.
Let's talk about yesterday's episode. Thanks to Pest for clipping this. Let's see how. This is not the thing I was planning on pulling up first, but why not? So John's wearing his Hank shirt yesterday, really showing off his bosoms.
Oh man,
really looking good with that. And so he starts off his show with some tech problems. I know, shocker. You won't believe it.
Don't cross the Duke. Everybody knows that.
Oh my God, my green screen.
No
For
filter.
goodness sakes.
Can I just ask a question, guys? How does he not know how to look at himself before he goes live?
It's
How's
a great
that possible?
question.
It's wild to me. I can't figure out how it surprises him every time he comes on the screen and sees what he looks like.
But I think now he's just leaned right into the filter. It's like it doesn't matter. That'll fix everything.
Right.
No,
yeah.
It's like me. You don't know what I fucking look like now. I look like dog shit. I know I got the filter. I'll take care of everything.
But we watch this clip with the change in his face when that filter gets turned on.
Yeah.
From the second you see him to when it's the smooth facial features now. It's wild.
And he downgrades his stream to 720. I don't know anyone else who does this. When he first got that computer he's using now, he was doing 1080, and he quickly learned. It's amazing how he's able to do that. I'm sure Ditka or someone helped him with that.
Yeah.
Because he saw how grotesque he looked in 1080. And
he looks like that AI trend when somebody dies of showing the younger version of them and then the one just before they died together. That's what that looks like when the filter's on and off.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? Do you guys remember Andy Rooney on 60 Minutes?
Yeah.
When HD television first came out, they started broadcasting everything in 1080.
Yeah.
I had a big screen TV and I'm watching 60 Minutes, and holy shit, there are eyebrows that go off. I mean, even with 16:9 ratio, scary shit.
Wahapa.
Look at him jump into action.
I know. This is how slow he is. You're right.
Yeah,
I would have fixed my shirt by now.
At least he's facing the camera. He's a pro.
Nope. Yep.
I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't like it. Okay, I'm wearing this shirt inside out.
He's claiming to wear this shirt inside out. He means backwards. He's wearing the shirt backwards.
But this is one of the last and only Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf t-shirts that Doug Goodstein had put out. And Hank was by far my favorite whack packer.
Huh. Yeah, because you're an angry drunk dwarf. Of course, that's your favorite one.
He taught me about Sprite and vodka.
Least favorite whack packer shitwear.
Good one.
But by far, Hank was the best. At some point, I'll turn the shirt around. But I did want to show you. This is a collector's item. And
now the armpits are yellow.
Yeah, I
ruined.
Listen to what he says here.
I don't know how many people bought these, but this is my homage to the great Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf.
Yeah, he thinks that that's worth money. There is no way anyone would ever purchase that. Goodwill wouldn't even take that thing.
This fucking guy couldn't even sell his Tonight Show watch on eBay. Do you think he's going to part with a fucking worn Hank shirt?
Hank taught me to never give up.
Never give up.
Carl, I dare you to go to your Reddit history right now and prove which forums you're going to. Emily wants to see your history. Come on, click on it. Look at all those Reddit unread messages from Emily.
All right, John starts off his show yesterday hitting on Sunflower Dragon. Now, remember, John just went on a date where he swapped spit. What was that, Wednesday night?
Were you talking about after Cincinnati?
The white shirt. Yeah, after Cincinnati.
Right.
So he had the Cincinnati chick. Then he was hitting on Ashley all night, even though he was on a date with the Cincinnati chick. And then he came home and went out with that chick who he helped move and drove all that distance to go on dates with her, but nothing ever happened.
Can you believe we've already stopped talking about the ladies' belt?
The ladies' belt, I know.
You could do a whole play on it.
Wait, he was hitting on Ashley while still in Cincinnati.
Yes. She was confused by it. She's like, aren't you on dates? Like, weren't you just dating a girl today?
Yeah.
Somehow he found the time to throw up on camera.
Yeah, it's amazing. So now listen to him talking about, so Sunflower Dragon, I guess, lives on the east coast of Florida, and John's planning on heading that way.
And staying with friends. And if you want to get a platonically friendly, amicable, no strings attached.
I don't think he's a lot of words.
I want a bubonic relationship with you.
This is a guy having to let a woman know he's not going to attack her if she wants to meet
We're
up.
going to have an amicable drink.
Yeah, amicable is the least he could do. He assumed it would be amicable.
I'll be chained up in the corner. You'll be safe.
There won't be any GHB. You can walk to the bathroom and trust what you drink.
There will always be an open door behind you. I will never be in between you and the door.
We'll get you one of them drink covers for your drink.
You can always see my hands. They're right here. They're right here the whole time.
And I'll clap the whole time.
Pretend we're in sand. We're at the beach. Hands up.
Completely innocent cocktail with the Duke.
There won't even be words that rhyme with rape on this date.
Yep.
I just want to let you know everything's going to be above board.
Is on me. And we could even get some, we could have lunch, appetizers, all on the Duke.
Whoa.
Wow.
Even appetizers?
Wow.
I don't know how Sunflower Dragon turns this down. That's amazing.
The world is yours, my love. And so is any appetizer.
Not the artichoke dip.
Not the entree.
$12.99.
You could even have unlimited breadsticks.
We can get salads if you want.
It's so smooth with the ladies, isn't he? This is great right here. I don't know what he's talking about. You guys can help me out.
On the Duke. We can get salads if you want. I love my Greek salad minus the feta.
Yeah.
I just want to frame this. He's being so generous to a woman who we're watching give him money on a regular basis.
Right.
Let's remember this.
One of his only donators.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? I'll buy you a drink. It's like, yeah, kind of the least you could do, right?
Hey, throw me a 20. I'll let you get a steak, your own steak. I won't share it with you.
I mean, I don't know, Sunflower. YouTube's not getting 30% of your appetizers.
If you want, I love my Greek salad minus the feta.
Feta?
So you're just like feta cheese? Is that what he's talking about?
Feta
minus
cheese.
the feta. Then listen to this joke right here. Tell me what this means.
And I have a feta distraction.
I have a feta distraction. Is he trying to make a joke about fatal attraction?
Fatal attraction.
Yes.
I was just saying, I know what it means. He's never had comedic instinct for a second in his life. That's what that joke means.
Feta distraction. And he gave himself the elephant after that. He knew it was so bad.
But look at his face. Even he knows that was a steaming fucking pile of dog shit the second it came out of his mouth.
Yep. Oh. He was embarrassed by it. And he made those stupid faces. Who was calling him out for that? Was it Ashley? When he makes these, he thinks he's being charming or cute.
Distraction.
Oof.
It looks like he's having another stroke when he does this.
One can hope.
But that's also he's comedy. That's comedy. Like he used to think making that
right.
Planet of the Apes face is like that is what comedy is. It's me making that face. There he goes. It's flirty. It's comedy. It's food porn. Is that what he thinks like food porn is? He describes the toppings you're gonna get on the Greek salad. Does that turn you on? Do you like that?
You can watch me do some comedic dancing after the salads.
So Panhandler comes on and makes fun of John's titties in that backwards shirt.
Mr. Panhandler, competing with Ava for best rack, Duke. Listen, man, I am the Duke.
Jesus, he's such a child. The guy's like, hey, you got like bitch tits. He's like, oh yeah, look at my biceps.
Yeah, look at my hairless armpits. What do you think of that?
Oh, yeah, right. It's not helping.
Look at those, Sunflower. Come on, baby.
Does that look plutonic to you?
Gym hard tomorrow. I only did 2 days this week, which really makes me a little antsy. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not supposed to have OCD, right? It's supposed to be. No, it does bother me. I like to do at least 3 times a week.
Okay. Wow. John sold his boat recently because he has no time to go on his boat because he's so busy going to the gym. He went 2 days in a week to the gym.
If I don't get my full 3 days, Carl, I'm out of sorts.
3 days is not impressive.
Minimum.
Right? 3 days is not great. That's taking more days off than you're putting into it.
He hates his life so much that when he remembered the OCD thing, it was our fault. Do you see? Oh, you fucking people. He had that like you and you. Like this is something we did to him.
You did it to him. I love it.
Why do you
I'll take responsibility. Okay, that's me.
So fantastic.
I get anxious if I don't.
He gets anxious if he doesn't go to the gym, and yet somehow he was able to just go 2 days. What else does he do? I know he's working on a new recording project, as he told you, Adam.
You guys are in pre-production for a new record. That's very time-consuming. He's got a lot going on.
You guys are looking at this all wrong. Him going to the gym 3 times a week means he's actually making progress with his OCD. He's been able to conquer that OCD.
You're right.
He's working on it. He's a better person.
You're also forgetting a fun fact that the gym is located right next to the bar, which 3 days a week there also seems a little out of sorts for John. It doesn't seem like...
I bet he's not missing that. I bet he's not skipping the bar.
Well, what do you think makes him more anxious? Missing days at the gym or not drinking? Exactly. So this guy he's full of shit with his anxious. You want to see anxious? How about when he was begging fucking Vince to send him beer? When he was on the phone with Kate and he was waiting for the delivery driver to come. Is that him? Is that him? You want to talk about anxiety and panic? That was like Uncut Gems, that fucking whole phone call.
I've seen crackheads who are cooler about getting their shit. You're like, it gets here when it gets here.
Yeah,
I pointed out the fuck out.
Go for it.
What? No, go ahead.
No, you pointed out earlier that when people are actually diagnosed with OCD, the treatment is to get rid of it, is to try doing these things without the rituals. He's acting like, I have OCD, and everyone knows you treat that by the entire world around you changes and bends to your disease. That's how it goes. Not you should be getting better if this has been since you were 6, and you should be actively trying to send Facebook more than 3 a day, as opposed to whatever this shit is.
All right, so let's get back to the interview. And one of the things that John is saying now, ever since the interview, is that Adam was saying that.
Right. Just do it.
I'm doing it. We're making it happen. John is saying that Adam should have the day memorized. That Adam went to the Howard Stern
Judy
show.
Impression?
That was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Just do it.
But I mean, and he's like, oh, you should remember me. What a fucking egomaniac. What?
Yeah.
Vince, would you...
All right. Can we talk about the point that you were making, Adam? Because he spun this.
No, he said it. That was it. I was like, you remember me.
Yeah.
That was what I was trying to say.
And it's hilarious because you even said, I don't care what song it was. That's not what I'm asking you. Do you know one detail from that day? And John has spun this into, and he wanted to know what song he played on. How would I know? He played so many songs in that. But the impression that I got was that John's taking credit for this great deed that he did, that he doesn't remember, that you could be making up, and now he's taking full credit for it. So I think the point you were making was like, you don't even remember that you did this for me. Why are you so proud of yourself? Why do you think I owe you anything for that?
Yeah, not to mention Adam was the one who reminded him of him doing this for him, like.
And it was a good deed. The reason I called it a gift is because here's a memory of you doing something nice that I am acknowledging and vouching for, that you can put in your scrapbook of
Add it to the
clippings,
resume.
right, of good deeds that you've done. Also, he had his bandmates. These were musicians that he worked with on the regular outside of the Howard Stern show. And you remember, and I think everyone here understands, you remember the day you got your friends the gig with the Howard Stern show. When this first came up and I mentioned some of those names, he immediately said, I got him on Conan too. Right. I figured you would remember this. It was the day your friends came with you to work and performed on the show. That's why you might have some inkling of a memory.
Yeah.
But like you said, Adam, never enough. Never enough for him.
But also he spins like what happened in this interview, and then all these idiots like Ava go along with it and go, yeah. He's an egomaniac who just wanted you to remember every moment from the time that he got you on, you were on the Howard Stern show with him. And you couldn't have been more modest, which really threw him off when you're like, I'm not a celebrity. I'm a middle-class working actor. And John wanted so badly to fight you on credits and who's better known, because he loves to say, like, no one recognizes Adam Bush. No one watches Buffy. No one cares about that stuff.
Yeah, no
You
one
really
knows
just
the
armed
name.
him.
Adam
Just
Bush,
armed him with that.
It's just factual. Stuttering
Yeah.
John, people have heard of forever. My name, they're not gonna know that name.
It was funny because no matter what answer you gave, he was going to answer with, oh. So he goes,
That was funny.
What are you working on? You go, I have a movie and a series. Oh, series? Oh, a movie? Oh.
Okay. So I guess you're just a big shot, huh? No, we just established.
And then he's like, oh, you do music? Oh, what labels? Were they real full-size guitars? Was it regular mics? Small mics? Right. Like, he just has to keep going until he can find something. Go, see? See?
I want to talk about how poor John is. This is, and I can't believe he's actually showing this off now. He's talking about his football bets with VTL.
Well, how much is it?
Well, I put 10 on the 10 lodge on the Broncos, and I won that. Well, you could probably see the white one there.
I want to see today's bets.
See, so that was a win. It's all in green.
Just
Today's
do
bets are, let's see.
He's such a child.
Just do it.
Out here, I put 10 large.
So look, you can see that right on the screen. He calls it 10 large, which by definition is $10,000. He says this all the time. He made a bet that he's showing us and showing off where the payout was $19.09. He wagered
what's
$10.
the point?
What's the point of this? It's like, would you have a rooting interest in a game that you could win $20 on? I wouldn't.
But aren't there
Wouldn't change
features?
my life either way.
Do the beer
don't-
math.
Right.
How many beers is that?
Right, that's a case. But here's my question, because I don't use these apps, so I don't know. But isn't there a parlay feature? So for $10, you can make numerous other bets that would actually pay out maybe $300, $200, something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You could definitely do a parlay with some long shots in order to actually make some money on it. But yeah, betting 10 to win 1909, which I'm almost positive that includes the 10.
Right.
So you're winning $9.09. That's what this bet is.
I mean, are you sitting by the TV going, come on, like how?
You know he is too. You know he's screaming at the TV at every play.
On Rams. Oh, wait, that's the, but you want to see the Texans one.
Yeah.
Let's see. 10 lodge on the Rams.
Did you hear when Ava said I would bet $1,000 on a football game with you if you wanted to, John, to make it interesting? And John goes, I only bet 10 large. Why does he talk like that? Why does he think that's normal to call a dollar bill large? Where did that come from?
But again, he's fifth grade, Carl.
Yeah. That is
In fifth grade, 10 large was $10.
It's a lot of money, yeah.
He was also kidding for a while. I feel like, remember, he would do that to enlarge, and he'd give a wink or something.
Mm-hmm.
Then something with the alcoholism, he forgets he was doing it as a joke, and then he forgets what even the word means, and now he just has that association. No, Ava, to enlarge.
Well, it was the same with Mensa. Mensa. Well, but yeah, it was the same. He used to, there's audio of him going, I made the whole fucking thing up just to piss off the trolls,
It was, Royce had to call him on it. You're not
Right.
in Mensa. And he goes, I know. I'm just saying that to piss people off.
It's a goof.
I was actually.
I like the goof.
But remember, I was actually going to live stream from Oscar's graduation. Never forget.
Right, yes, that definitely is
Never
real.
forget.
How am I supposed to know? There are 2,600 people here. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell while you're here. And we appreciate the people who are supporting the show by going to supertip.gg/WATP. Ghost Crusaders TV coming back in again.
Why the fuck is everyone in the chat putting a 3?
Because all 3 of your kids legally changed their last name to their stepdad's, you piece of shit.
No.
Is that true?
I hope not. Well, Labyrinth Mystic.
Adam was a Talladega Nights reference. Hope nothing ever happens to your 2 fictional beautiful sons. See, John, I know nothing of his family because he hasn't spoken of them. Take a knee and learn, you dip.
Exactly. CP.
Woody Allen is innocent.
Would John be more pissed that Oscar changed his name because he got married to a Turner? Would that bug John more?
Great question.
Why would Oscar change his name? I'm confused.
Well, because he's, a millennial. Why not?
Mark
Why not?
Davis.
You got an option at that point.
Yeah.
Go with
Take
it.
your
right?
name.
I'd rather see another interview with Mikey from prison with Carl and Moody before we ever see Ava with any of you again, unless it's a porn. Unpopular opinion alert.
Oh.
Things would have to go real bad.
Yeah. John O'Reilly coming in. Adam, hopefully not a sore point. What was VTL referring to regarding East Meadow having a unique feature? Vince sounded like a stalker.
Yeah, he was very good in that moment. I got to tell you, Vince, that was the East Meadow is something I talk about all the time because it's where I'm from, where I went to high school, and where my parents lived.
Streets.
Yeah, well, now he's since then gone out and started dropping the street names and their jobs and a bunch of other things, along with not sending me the link. But East Meadow, I got no problem with. I always mention it because it's that tie to Stern in that way. It was just that he was doing it at that moment. Actually, like, it bothered me in some way. So you have to give him points. He's very, very good at what he does.
Okay.
Does that make any sense? Was that clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the greatest scumbag out there. Absolutely.
Well, he's doing a show for you and him at that point.
Right.
Because you guys were having a great discussion that was very interesting for everyone. He came on and just like ruined it by going, oh, but what about that guy at the East Meadow? You're like, I don't know, Vince. What?
It's
And
just
it was brilliant.
desperation.
It was just like he went boop in the middle of my head. I was having a conversation. I was like, wait, what? And it was very good. And it was just for us. Now it's for everyone since he says it everywhere, but we'll always have that special moment together.
Big Daddy Dodo.
Hey, Adam Bush, why'd you have to make me look like such a pendejo? I thought we were hermano.
Lo siento.
Kerry coming back in again.
Just to perfectly clear, I said Oscar Melendez Turner is a black cock-sucking poofdah. Make drunkie hate great again.
Thank you for making that clear. Titan 47.
Ava sure is becoming a real woman. Before our eyes, sitting around all day, stuffing his face with Cofor food, getting fat, does nothing but bitch and complain all day, and has an overinflated sense of self.
Well, let's not forget drinking and smoking, too. There's a lot of things.
Oh, God, Ava.
That was from a movie coming out soon with John.
Oh, no.
I don't want to spoil too much. But
Dixon Cider.
Something was said. Not good. What was that? Don't yell at Homer. No, that's okay. What was it? Slow. They called you slow. How dare you call me that?
Eugene.
I went to the restaurant for our bubonical drink and you weren't there. Where were you, Sunflower Dragon?
Where were you, Sunflower Dragon? Sean with $5. Thank you very much, Sean. Always appreciate seeing you here. Anonymous says, sorry, Shuli and Adam, but my fave Jew in the Devilverse is Miss Judy.
That I get. That I will lose respectfully to.
She appreciates that very much. Thank you.
Carrie coming back in again.
Drunky just wants a gin and tonic relationship with Sunflower Dragon.
Oh my gosh. The other conversation they were having, I mean, there were a lot of conversations on the show last night, but Judy and Professor Joe were talking about that Asian women aren't good drivers. And Professor Joe was like, I've never heard of such a thing. That's a wild stereotype. I've never heard of that. I say, okay. Goes through this TV. It was great. Ava screaming at VTL for doxing Adam.
Yeah. Also, when Ava was like, look, Adam came in so hot. And you look at the first thing I said, and it was like, no, John, I don't think so. Yeah. And I came in on attack mode, is what she said. She knows.
Right. Adam, do you think to bring up his real whoppers like the pig's blood or the cop let him off because he recognized him from his charity work?
I mean, not.
You should have texted him that.
Yeah. Nobody. I was just reading whatever it said on my phone. I don't really come up with these thoughts myself.
If you guys remember when Cardiff was on, whenever Cardiff had a question, that's when John would go to the super chats. It gives him time to think of an answer or a lie or whatever the fuck he has to do. So, yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, or Cardiff, what say you? When he starts reading the message that he got. So exactly what he's accusing Adam of.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Adam was
Ridiculous.
just there. He was just holding on. He was letting John steer the ship wherever John wanted to go, and Adam was just going to reply to whatever he was asking.
I think it was last week that I got a call from someone who was on Long Island with members of John's family. And if I told you who it was and experiences that they've had with John, you'd be like, I know exactly who you're talking about. I want to know what that person thinks of John. And they said to me, do you want to talk to them? And I said, no, I don't want to talk to them. It's okay, but I appreciate the spirit. It's all good. That is an instinct that we have. We can take every once in a while.
Yeah.
Arcana stuff. 2 Jews, a gay nerd, and a potato walk into a bar. I see what you did there. DDM8 or DD Mate. All hail Adam the Duke Slayer. Looks like they turned on me $5. How many more of his stupid rituals are we going to see before he forgets he has OCD again? Yeah, no shit. This stupid thing where he has to take a sip of his beer and then a Red Bull and then a water. It's not a ritual.
Yeah, it's like they're like superstitions and not being able to handle your emotions.
It's not a ritual. We watch him just drink beer all the time. It's not like every single time he takes a swig of beer, he has to go to a Red Bull and then a water. It's just not the case. So,
yeah, he thinks I got to wear my red hat on game day or my team's going to lose is OCD.
Right. Yeah. I have my Bill socks on.
Like you said, his shit is just basic. It's just normal. Like you got when I order a pizza, I'll only eat 2 slices when I first get it. Then maybe later I'll have a 3rd slice.
Right.
And then maybe a 4th before I go to bed. But that's my sickness. That's what I got to deal with. Everybody does that. Relax.
You think the OCD, that's how he justifies the drinking with his family?
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
He did
Of course.
everything. It was to handle the stuttering, and I get nervous before a show. What else am I supposed to do? Regulate myself? No, I drink. I have to.
Yeah. It's excuses. He's got a ton of them.
D. Martig, looking forward to Stammering John's 2026 album release. The fact that he lied to you about working on an album is so insane. Because you're right. He wasn't ready for you to be like, yeah, I got a lot of projects going on. I got this thing and that thing. You look it up.
It revealed that my favorite part of his mind is where the things he might do eventually are always greater achievements than anything you've actually accomplished.
Yep, his one-man show. You were in a movie? Well, I'm writing a one-man show right now. Okay.
And I might be on the charts too. So yeah, he actually said that.
Great.
And they might be on the charts, these songs I haven't written or recorded. So touche.
Oh, you produce 2 things? Well, I will get back on the charts, Adam. What do you think of that?
Lazy Man Mars, who is everyone? Webster defines everyone as a little, hey, Carl, I want to give you money because you make me laugh. Potato funny as well. Thank you very much, little. Hellraiser69 says, great job, Adam. At the next WTP live event, I'm buying you a drink. Skull.
Well, you have to buy me a cigarette for each drink that I have.
Yes.
Strictly platonic.
Hellraiser. We'll see you at Hackamania, hackamania.com, promo code WTP, April 10th through 12th. Come check us out. D. Martig says, if Stern had ringworm, SJ would claim he had it. I think that was the point Adam was making. Akumugan says, has SJ ever definitely been stabbed in the back?
I don't consider it being stabbed in the back when you're constantly gathering information to do that to the person that you're claiming is your friend and ally, and that's John's MO. You know, one of the other reasons he didn't go to that meeting with Paulino is because the potato would not drop his
Would
filter.
reveal my-
Yeah. So, like, he has to have info so that way he can get you before you get him.
And I was willing to produce an entire show for him with
I
Vinny.
know.
Yeah.
You guys are putting in way too much work already on that. At Getty Van Halen, hey, Adam, belated congrats on schooling Stuttering John. AQ says, why does Blind Mike get to broadcast sideways, Stuttering John? He doesn't know which way he's looking. Avo learning to play Lola on guitar. Stone Crab, Miami Dolphins have signed McDermott. Jesus Christ, that would piss me off more than anything. Stuttering John SS says he clearly has ADHD, a learning disadvantage, and a personality disorder, not OCD. That's what Vegas Beer Sales Jerry told me. He goes, oh, he has ADHD. That's why he threw his cats in the car and just drove with them without being in a cage and let them shit all over the seat. I was like, oh, that's what ADHD is, huh? Okay, weird.
At some point, he's just an asshole. It can't always be these sets of letters that describe every single bad behavior he ever displays.
Dopey Unleashed. People with OCD are clean freaks. Eliminates John. I know. That's the silliest. I have the kind that I don't clean. Okay. Starring John SS again. Maybe it's my phony, but the keyboard and spelling in Willier chats is whack. Got it. Count Connor. Alcohol is his family. Stop trashing his Coors.
Yep.
Good point. Prost 942. I got my VIP ticket to Hackamania. Will the other fans be mean to a first timer? Definitely not.
Shut the fuck up, Prost 940. What the
Come
fuck are
on,
you talking
guys.
about?
We're all
Learn the
friends
ropes.
here. We're all
Well,
friends
the bar,
here.
bitch.
Act like you've been here before. God.
It's going to be a great time. And we were talking about this on the Creep Off today. Someone told us that they're going for the first time. They're traveling alone because their wife doesn't want anything to do with this. A lot of people come by themselves and quickly make friends. We're all like-minded individuals who have a lot in common. So come on down. It's going to be a great weekend. We'll all be hanging out the whole time, except for when I'm hiding in my hotel room prepping for the show. Lever Mystic gifted 5. Who are these podcast memberships? Laverne Mystic stepping up big time lately. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Sean, the producer. Professor Joe is a hardcore First Amendment advocate. Yes. That's something that I saw quite a bit. Is this the Bob Levy-verse? $5 says, John loves to eat at Olive Garden when you hear your family so he can eat and be ignored. Cardiff, love you, pretty boy. That is the real Bob Levy. Loves Cardiff.
Loves Cardiff.
Getty Van Halen, hey, Shuli, do you think that you got off the stern ship right before it started to sink? He's got a mouthful of cum.
I figured nobody's going to say anything to me. I'm going to sneak this little chocolate in, and then fucking question comes in. No,
Yep.
I don't.
It was sinking for a long time. Ed Zach Hoffman says, Adam, the F word that wasn't said was great. Hashtag no CD. I agree. Jeff Spangler, did I miss the Morseverse song? No, we don't do that over here. There'll be no Morseverse song.
That's why I do this show every week.
Right.
They don't do
Get
it
away
here.
from it. Victor Mature says, matching wits with Stuttering John is hardly an achievement. I don't think it was matching wits.
No, it wasn't even close to matching.
Jay Loiterer, Adam never asked if John ever dabbled in comedy. Hashtag coward. Good point.
Pussy.
That's the hard-hitting question that we all need to know. Matt $5 says, Adam, we speak your name. Looking forward to your next appearance on the Stammering John show. Can't wait to hear Stuttering John's new album called He Turned on Me.
There was a moment before Vince came in where he was like, I want this to end well. I want it to, and I believe he, in his dream, this would end in a way where he wouldn't have to have bad feelings when I came up, where he could just have that not be a negative. And I believe we could have reached that if we weren't interrupted. It could happen. If he ever wants to try again, it is an option available.
The only way it happens is if you're fully on board with his hatred of myself and Carl. That's the only way that ends well, and
That shouldn't be hard. That shouldn't be hard to do.
But my question is, do you think, with all this conversation, with Abba pushing him to bring you back on, do you think there will be a second appearance?
I think he made a lot of money on it, so it's entirely possible.
Yeah, I got a lot of views. A lot of
He'll
people
take
watching
the
that
hits
show.
for the money.
At
Yeah,
Sorcerer Gypsy. Yep, go ahead.
I was going to say he made a lot of money when I was on too, and then I was being sued the next day.
That's true.
So
That's a good point. Small claims court.
Wait
Whatever
for
happened
it.
to that? I forgot about that. What happened to the small claims court?
Well, the subpoena's gone in. He went to small claims court. He paid the $85 fee, and now the Florida Small Claims Court is going to subpoena Google and Twitter to get my identification.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what you get for $85 in Cape Coral, Florida.
Is that real? That he did that?
Oh, that's what he said he was doing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fucking retarded. Sorcerer, great show, guys. Can't wait to say hi in Atlantic City. Yes, we'll be in Atlantic City Super Bowl weekend. I'll be there with the boys playing some poker, so we'll hang out, Sorcerer. CJ Spag says, missing obvious he needs tax returns for his proof of loss. Drunky doesn't pay bills. You think he reports? Biggest rake of all non-reported income. So I guess we're missing the obvious. He needs tax returns for the proof of loss, but for discovery, I imagine is what you're talking about there. Edward Efsler says, just wanted to announce I've changed my name in solidarity. So like Spartacus, I am Edward Turner. Very good, Edward Efsler. I'm Carl Turner. Revenge of Penis Wrinkle says, will John realize VTL doesn't even know Poker Mike? Good question.
You won't.
J for SNY, Sunflower has declined numerous times his invites. Yeah, not interested.
Well, like most women.
Big fan says, I'll keep our relationship totally bubotic. It's hilarious. Big Daddy Dodo, you just don't know comedy, Lady K. Good point. Levyverse again says, no date, just a nice time. You don't need your R whistle, no strings attached, unless it's that time of month. If you are, I will ring it like a dinner bell. If you are, I will ring it like a dinner bell. I see what you did there. Reverend Rage. Right now, Gary just high-fived Fred. Celebration of the crazy burn on Stammering John. Shuli really should have gotten the Artie chair.
Thanks, dude.
Victor Mature says, reminiscent of an exceedingly dumb Vidal versus Maller.
I like that.
Derek Dabbles. Who was better for the Dabble verse in 2025, Vince or Ava? Ugh. Better? Yeah. That's a tough one. Skeleto Photo says, Stut John accused Shuli of being dishonest to his audience. I give Shuli permission to lie to me. In fact, if Shuli chooses honesty over entertaining me, I will be pissed.
It's never going to happen, Scalzo. You know that.
Yep. Don't worry about
We're
that.
better than that.
Tux Hula says, you're all going to feel stupid when Fatty Patty is a hit single. I know. I was thinking about which songs we're going to make that list on the album. DabbleCon 2026, yes or no? I'll hang up and listen. Well, listen, DabbleCon 3 is something that probably needs to happen when we celebrate the completion of John's motion or his complaint. So we'll see about that.
Wait for it, as they say.
Yes. This is interesting. I'm going to play one more clip. We'll get out of here. I know we're running long, but thank you all for hanging out, for 2,500 people watching. We appreciate you guys being here and supporting the show, participating in the show. Always a good time. So this is John talking about Shuli buying views. He gets very confused about what Vince is talking about because John can't follow anything that's going on his own show because he's retarded, and it gets into some silly talk.
Push the video to other people that you really want to see it.
Well, I'm trying to understand what are we talking about?
We're talking about buying views. And you at a naked Asian spa.
Oh yeah, Chris plus. Lady K just gave permission to live snap. Vince, I got to be honest with you, and I'm not. This is not. I mean, I find it hard to listen to him and the shit.
So this is when I had an emergency episode going live while he was on, and people were saying, hey, you should snipe Carl. He's live on his show right now. And John's got an excuse. First it was, Carl will strike me. And then people are like, Carl won't strike you. He never strikes anyone. So now he can't stand hearing my voice.
At the very beginning, he goes, I got to be honest with you, Vince, which he's loading up a big fastball of bullshit coming your way. And he goes, and it's not because, and he was going to say, it's not because I'm worried about getting struck. But then he stops himself and starts talking about how he can't even listen to you anymore.
Right. Yes, that's the more convenient excuse. He can't get called out on that. Yeah.
Where I just think, I just do. I'm sorry. They're just boring, and just do it, thinks he's right all the time. He thinks he's the best broadcaster ever. He has this bloated ego, and there's no reason for it.
Wait, who's he talking about?
He's the best guitar.
Bloated? Bloated. Who's bloated?
This guy. This guy in that shirt is calling someone else bloated. Yeah.
He has this bloated ego, and there's no reason for it. Just like he thinks he's the best guitar player.
His voice gets wetter and wetter and wetter.
I just think I'm a better guitar player than John and a better broadcaster than John. That's all I've ever said. I think I'm right about that.
Like, I mean, he's just, and he thinks everything he does is the right way to do it, like not putting cameras at your house and letting your water filtration system get ripped off.
He's still laughing about this.
Yeah, he's still Asian when he laughs, too.
He spent an hour being excited that the Bills lost only because he knows that I wouldn't be happy about that. This is what a villain does. This is like evil. Is what he's personifying right now.
I mean, Vince, I have cameras everywhere, partially thanks to you.
Oh. Oh.
I mean, now I do.
You just said the quiet part out loud.
But I got cameras everywhere in my house.
Okay. If people don't know the history here with Vince and what he did to High Pitch Eric, setting up cameras in his apartment, John has fallen for the same thing other whack packers have fallen for before. Who knows what Vince is recording as John is unaware that cameras are set up all over the house?
You're saying Vince sent cameras, paid for cameras? I think he means...
I don't think that's what he said, yeah.
Yeah, I think he means he has cameras now because he thought Vince broke into his house.
See, I don't think John knows how to set up cameras and can afford them.
That's true, too.
So...
Regardless, if he has cameras now, I'm sure Vince is working on getting the password to access those cameras.
Vince will have access.
What do you think this YouTube family plan thing just came out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah, I know. All of a sudden, he needs access to email and shit.
All Vince needs is one password. You know this idiot's using the same one for everything.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Keister. It's his password, most likely.
Father of the year 69.
Super Dad.
John.
$sign. John, 1, 2, 3, 4.
We got a couple more super tips, but before we do that, I want to thank Shuli so much for coming on this week. You have your channel back. You guys are back on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if we're going to be on tonight. Might take tonight off, but we are back. So if not tonight, tomorrow for sure we'll be back live on YouTube. Some Blunder, some Rico. Might be on Rumble tonight. I don't know. We'll see what's going on.
All right. Amazing plug, Shuli.
Yeah,
well
listen,
done.
no pressure.
I have no idea what I'm doing 2 hours from now.
Listen, if Ray DeVito goes live, we're live. That's
right.
How we operate over here at TSN.
The KB method. But what you should do is subscribe to Shuli's channel and hit the notification bell so then you find out when he goes live. You get a notification and you can watch Uncle Rico Show and the Shuli Network. Cardiff Electric, thank you so much, my friend, for coming on. It's been a while since we had you on Point Dabble Point.
It's been a bit.
Yes. What's going on with your YouTube channel and Rumble and whatnot?
Well, again, the strike is still active. So not doing anything John related on the YouTube channel, but that'll all be on Rumble at Cardiff Electric. YouTube will be non-John tent from here on in. But patreon.com/Cardiff Electric. Carl, that's the best place to go. And
are you still sniping John on Rumble?
No, I couldn't do it. I
It's too
gave
much,
up
right?
after the third attempt. I was like, this is fucking ponderous. Came to mind. The word ponderous.
Yeah, OJ hung in there longer than any other man could.
Look what I did to him.
I know, right? It ruined him. That's the
Broke him
problem.
and almost broke me, Carl. I love you, OJ.
Guy's
Come
not
back.
the same anymore.
Thank you, OJ.
Thank you.
Thank you, OJ.
Adam Bush, the man of the hour. Fantastic job last week, my friend.
Thank you.
We'll see you on Who Are These Podcasts, of course, this Wednesday. Anything else you want to promote? You have coming up?
I just wanted to thank everybody who sent me nice letters. I heard from way too many people telling me that this felt like a victory for them and for the narcissists they have in their life. And I didn't realize that was going on at the time. And thank you for letting me know it was going well, because I wouldn't have known until you told me, because you have no idea. I remember thinking, I'm good.
Right.
And you were like, get the fuck back on there. I'm like, no, I'm good. You're like, no, you're not. You're going back on. Get back on. I said, okay.
That was the one thing I was texting with Adam, not what to say, but just that. He
after
said
the
he's
list of
unblocked you.
talking points, you said.
Right. Alcoholic. That'd be, no, I go, he said he's unblocked you, Adam. Get the fuck back in there.
Yeah.
And that worked out well. Thank
I
you for
appreciate
doing
you
that.
saying that.
Oh, it's great. All right. Look at what Reno Taco Sells Terry is talking about. Waiting for the mush to change his college football championship pick so I can place my bet. Yes,
Smart.
the college game is on tonight. Who you got, everyone? Should be a blowout, right?
You think Indiana's blowing them out?
Yeah, probably.
I hope it's a good game.
I hope so too. Labyrinth Mystic coming in.
So go ahead and drink up. SJ Believe VTL is your friend. Do it in the name of AVA. Try to spin a story in the end. There won't be any clips to defend all your abhorrent behavior and sin. On the blood, Demore Nin, aft terror, Adam Bush walks with the win.
Well said, Lucy. Venom Tony 15.
Minor character John? Seriously? I killed Tara and Willow de-skinned me. That's not minor chat actor material, you homo.
Hey, did anyone say he's minors? That's my keyword, because like slobbering Juan, I'm also a gay faggot, but I'm also a PDF file.
Ew. Then I'm not like you. I'm only a drunk deadbeat who wanted to fuck anything. Keanu Ashley, a homeless Texan. By the way, why do I sound like Sleepy Rodriguez? Throwback to my favorite WATP episode.
Thank you very much, Venom Tony. He does sound a little bit like Slowpoke Rodriguez. Big Daddy Dodo.
Lady K, if you need a plumber for your water system, my cousin Felipe can do it for a 12-pack.
Good deal. I gotta turn that down. Revenge of Penis Breaker. Is it me or is Vince the Lawyer not having as much fun? He doesn't seem like he's having fun. Will YouTube penalize false strikes? They should. It's in the terms of service, right?
Yeah.
If you weaponize the copyright strike system.
Well, again, somebody's using a different angle. Somebody's not using their real channel.
Oh,
right.
Just saying.
Yeah, good point. JFK Head Junk. John has Hobo CD. You bring homo strangers home. Hobo CD. Lever missing. I'll email. Get me John transcripts. I'll do it. Do it, Labyrinth Mystic. Christopher Martin.
Ava said last night she's just a transsexual looking for a good man. Ass tint, look within.
All right. Fair enough. Guys, thank you all so much for watching the show. We appreciate it. WATP will be on this very channel Wednesday, 5:30 Eastern. Tune in. I'm sure Bill Burr did something stupid. And
He sure did.
Okay, good.
That's great.
And I'm sure Opie and Ron the waiter are talking about nonsense. So don't miss that. I'll be here with producer Chris and Adam then. Gagia.
Point, Dabble, Point. A Stuttering John Melendez roundtable discussion.